everybody, and welcome to this afternoon's competition at the 2025 USA Jigsaw Nationals. I'm your host, Valerie Coit, and today I am joined for this team heat number 2 with Sarah Schuler. So,
Sarah Does Puzzles.
Yeah, Sarah Does Puzzles is here. I'm so excited. We're going to have so much fun. And yeah, we're excited to see 100 teams compete to get into the team final, which is tomorrow afternoon. We've got 100 teams in the room. So excited to get the action going. We are going to go to Allie on the stage, and she's going to do a few announcements and some rules, and then do the countdown so we can get going.
Yeah? Woo. Welcome, everyone, to the USA Jigsaw Nationals Team Division. We're so excited to have you here for Heat 2 of the Teams Division, our last Teams Heat of the day. There are 100 of you, 100 teams in this room, 400 of you puzzling at the same time, which is so exciting. You all have 2 sets of 1,000-piece puzzles that you're going to be completing today in a time limit of 3 hours. And the top 50 fastest teams are going to move on to the finals, which are tomorrow night. It's our very last competition of the entire weekend. So puzzle as fast as you can to get there. While you've been waiting, I hope you've been paying attention to our lovely instructions up here. Everyone has managed to keep their bag unopened. Great job. And everything should be under your table, out of the way for all of the volunteers walking. If you had name corrections, you can make those to your placards now or later. The paper on your table must stay on your table. You can do whatever you want with it as far as move it around, but it must stay on there. Please make sure that we're avoiding any distractions to your puzzle neighbors. Your phones are off, your voices kept low, no singing, no humming, things like that. We are going to talk about a few quick rules, and then we will get you guys started. So, to get things going, we're going to count down from 5. We'll start the timer, and we'll say open, or actually I'll say puzzle. There is a puzzle on your table. That's the one we want you to open. There's also one on the side of your table. We have a blue and purple sticker on the table. If you guys have something different, please raise your hand and let your team know. And you have another puzzle on the side of your table. I don't know what color it is, but it should be a different color. Orange. Thanks, guys. I knew you would have my back. It's orange. If you don't have an orange sticker, please raise your hand and let someone know you need to have the right puzzles. So when we say go, you're going to open up the bag on your table, open up the puzzle box. If for some reason the seals on your box were not cut, stand up, raise your hands, let us know. We will come over and take care of it for you. Please let us do it so we can make sure to start your delayed time at the right time. It's really in your best interest to let us do it. And don't worry, don't stress, we'll take care of it. As you're getting close to finishing the first puzzle, if you don't see someone around, raise your hand, let us know, make a noise. And we will have someone be sure to watch you finish. When you're finished, your hands need to come up off the puzzle, celebrate, let us know so that we can do a quick turnaround for you guys to get you to the second puzzle. So hands off. As soon as they say good, then you push that puzzle as fast as you can into your box, not on the floor. Sarah. Not onto the floor, into the box. As soon as that puzzle is completely off of the table and in your box, no lid is required. Once it's off the table, you can start opening that next bag. If by chance you have a missing piece, the volunteer near you will start a count. If they hit 10 seconds before you find the piece, they will record your time as that 10 seconds. You can stop searching. Look around. There are going to be yellow pieces of paper on the floor that may have your piece on them if a volunteer finds them, so keep an eye out for those. If you have more than one missing piece, the penalty is still 10 seconds, but if you don't assemble any pieces, that's just lame. We will disqualify you. Don't do that. If you run out of time, it is a lot of puzzling. You'll have 3 hours, but if 3 hours isn't quite enough, we will do a countdown, tell everyone hands up, celebrate that you puzzled for 3 hours straight, and then we'll start counting up your pieces so that we know who puzzled the fastest. Still, you can get a ranking from that. Anything clusters of 2 or more will count. It used to be clusters of 3, now it's 2. So anything you assemble gets counted. Before the results are taken away from you, please give a thumbs up or a verbal confirmation to your volunteer that you agree, so that we don't have any discrepancies in case assembled versus unassembled, the numbers get mixed up, something like that. Please do remember when you're done, snap a photo of your puzzle, grab your stuff, and try to head out and keep things quiet for the rest of the team so that we're not distracting them. Really quick logistics announcements. If you were in the pairs division, but not the solo division, you get a swag bag from Ravensburger. Just stop by there, let them know your name. They'll get you that bag. Try to go when it's not the busiest if you could. And one last thing is there is an extra special announcement at, I believe it's 6 p.m. right before the pairs final. So please stick around for that, even if you're not competing. We have a fun announcement then. All right, that's everything. So I have a really important question. Is everyone ready to puzzle? All right, making sure my countdown is ready. All right, good. And we're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, puzzle.
Okay, ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, here we go,
I
everybody.
haven't looked. Oh my goodness.
Yes, Sarah, what do you think? What do we got here?
I mean, it's adorable as heck. Book Club.
Yes, it's called Book Club.
By Jenna Delagrad.
Dolio.
I can't even read that. It's too far away. My eyes are not good.
Della Grataglia, I think is how you say it. I don't know. I'm sure I'm saying it totally wrong.
I think I've used a puzzle from this artist in a competition before, or similar.
I know. I do feel like it looks similar, right?
Yeah.
But not exactly, but
No,
the style of
the
it
style,
is very yes.
Book Club is very popular right now.
Yes. This is so freaking cute.
It's really cute.
I would love this puzzle. I don't know about it as a speed puzzle, though. What do you think?
I am glad I was in the first round. But it's really adorable, and there are a lot of, sections that are easily pulled out. I mean, obviously, the hot pink. It's not going to be easy to put together, but it's easy to grab out.
Right.
And then the frogs. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know who's going to love this one? Bizzle's Puzzles. She loves a good frog.
Okay, good. Yep.
There's all the stripes on the tigers and on the tigers' outfits. Mm-hmm. Very cute. This is a great puzzle.
Oh, I know. It's so colorful and vibrant and just beautiful to look at. But yeah, it's a tough one, though. I think actually out of the 2 from this morning and now this one, that it's going to be tough because it's a lot, especially along the bottom here, where it's just a real melange of like color.
It almost is like giving a little Cinderella carriage.
Yeah.
Like the
wheels.
pumpkin.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's got these like really flourishes and, but yeah, I mean, you're seeing a really good view of it here and there on tables. But yeah, I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous, but I think this would be one where I'd love to do it casually. Oh, yeah. Because I'd just be relishing all the fun details and the color. But boy, I don't know. I mean, but at the same time, you do have some really nice things in the background you could look at. So like all those stars like have different backgrounds. So there's a green area and there's kind of white area. Yeah. So I do feel like you could pull areas for sure and like segment it out a little bit. Definitely think that whole bottom area is going to be the last kind of bits to go together.
Yeah, it's a little mashup of everything in the bottom there.
Yep. Well, and I'm like a sucker for pink, so I would want to do that pink, but then I would get in there and be like, oh,
it's just fluff. It's like cotton candy texture.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone was messaging me on Instagram, why so many flower puzzles? And here's another one that's kind of floral-y.
I don't know how it happened.
It's cherry blossom season,
yes,
y'all.
Right.
It's cherry
that's
blossom.
What it
We're
is.
themed.
Everybody was like, yeah, did you guys just decide you're doing a bunch of flower puzzles? I'm like, no, I don't
Maybe when there's 2 Minnesotans on the board and it's been cold all winter.
Maybe.
You gotta.
But I mean, we decided this like 6 months or more ago, so it wouldn't have been as cold back then.
The beginning
maybe,
of winter.
Yeah, right. That's true. But yeah, I mean, it's adorable. It's going to be really, really fun to see like how this one goes. I want to give a shout out to our top teams in this round because we have some very fast people here in the front row. So yeah, let's talk about that.
Give me the list.
Oh yeah, no, that would have been good to have in front of me at the time, right? Oh, I'm hearing that we're going to go to a table. Yes, I think we're going to a table. We have a couple of celebrities that joined us today. We have voice actor Ray Chase is here.
That's amazing.
Is very exciting because he was going to be participating here at AwesomeCon. Like there he is on the screen, Ray Chase and his a friend of his, Ross Levine. They joined at the last minute. There's only 2 of them, but they're going to give it a shot because basically, I guess Ray is a big puzzler and loves jigsaw puzzling, and he heard about this happening and was like, wait, can I do that? So in between all of his autograph signings and like meeting fans, he's come to do some puzzling, and people will know him from different anime,
Final
Slayer,
Fantasy,
Jujutsu Kaisen. So he's like a big deal in the voice actor world. So
wow,
we're really excited that Ray's here.
That is so fun. I love when celebrities love puzzles.
I know.
Celebrities, they're just like us.
Yeah, right? That's what I always think of when you see like Hugh Jackman post like, hey, I did a puzzle. And then I get all excited and I'm like, oh my God, he likes puzzles too. Yeah, we have so much in common. We should get married.
Oh, I don't know how your husband would feel about that.
I hate to break it to you. But
I mean, I can marry him.
Puzzles.
I think Hugh Jackman is married currently. I don't know. Someone tell me in the chat.
I think you may be right on that.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of really cool people who are celebrities who like puzzles.
I was really hoping for like a little Orlando Bloom sighting in here.
Or, oh my gosh.
Sean Astin. Or Steve from Blue's Clues. Like that is stuff I grew up on. Right? Love Blue's Clues. So they're all here.
Yeah, no, I think that is the case for everybody. When we saw that Orlando Bloom was going to be here, it was just like, wait, like Lord of the Rings people are here? Like, can we get a whole Lord of the Rings team going? I feel like Lord of the Rings team names are a thing.
There are. I feel like there are some. And there's a lot of like superhero team names too. So that I feel like ties in a lot to the AwesomeCon crew. I've seen a lot of like Captain Americas running around here this week. Oh, yeah. The new one, the new Captain America. I haven't seen that. Yeah, I'm not a superhero girl.
Oh, yeah. Well, Captain America's pretty great.
Okay. Yeah, I'll check that one out.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, this puzzle, I just was looking at what they've been showing and looking at the pieces. It's muddy. Yeah. But a colorful mud.
It's a colorful mud.
Which I know. We need that. If you have to give us a muddy puzzle, a colorful mud is better than floral green mud.
Well, or dark mud. Yeah. No, it is going to be, you're going to be looking at a big pile of pieces that's just bright colors. And then you're going to have to look at it for a little while, I think, to start to pick out the details.
I almost want to open this up so I can look at the pieces.
Yeah, go look at the pieces.
Just to like give it a little look-see. Oh, yeah. There's definitely a lot of texture in the pieces, though, so that's nice. There's, like, the leaves have individual, the lines that go through the middle, so that's helpful. Oh, and there's a lot of cute little stars. It's adorable. What great pieces on this puzzle. Oh, my goodness. This image. I can't. The baby tigers, how cute.
I know, it's so cute. Their little hands. Did you see their little paws?
No, I didn't see their little hands.
My God. Their little paws.
They are really cute.
Holding their books.
Oh,
it's
my
so
goodness.
Freaking adorable.
I love the frog's fingertips are like, they look like a frog's fingertips. They have that like suction cuppy.
Yeah, you're right. Aw,
it's really cute.
Details.
I know, this is adorable.
It's so adorable.
I feel like this is very fitting for this, AwesomeCon too. A lot of people would have like a cosplay of a cute frog.
I mean, right now I'm sure if there's Europeans watching, they're like, oh, this is classic U.S. illustrations, colorful illustrations. We do a lot of that.
Have you talked about the other ones going on this weekend at all?
What do you mean, like the other puzzles that we've been doing?
No, the other championships.
Oh, yeah, we have a little bit.
There's a lot
so many.
I'm in a Discord server that Rob runs with Peace Talks, the podcast, and they've been posting the pictures of the other ones, and the UK finals was so adorable. It was all these little teacups and teapots.
What?
It was so cute. Like,
I've not
very
seen
British.
any of the images of all the puzzles and stuff yet. That's just cool. So did they already have a final?
I believe that theirs was Saturday, and I think the Dutch championship was today.
So today's Saturday.
But Saturday, it's tomorrow.
Right. We're a little different time zones. I get you.
Let's see.
Oh, okay. So what we were seeing just a minute ago, we've navigated away now. Of course, I'm like late on the uptake here. Is the 3.5 men team?
Oh yeah, we were going to talk about the
table
teams,
number
the teams.
1. I know, and I don't know. Do you see sheets of paper?
No, I don't see any under here. Well,
Oh wait, can you hand me that bag?
yeah.
Or no, the black. The black. Yeah.
Oh, here. Here we go. We found it. We found it.
We found it. Oh my gosh, everybody's having a while. We were a little busy. Sarah and I
You
were
know
running
when
to-
it's Balancer, it's always going to be a little bit of a mess.
We
But it's not
literally were like running to find a bathroom that didn't have a giant line about 5 minutes before this.
I mean,
so
it's 3 hours.
I know,
okay?
right? We got a lot to do.
Oh, and
Okay.
shout out to the Reuters for grabbing me a soda. I'm bringing it a pop, if you will,
I
from
know,
Minnesota,
a
but
pop, yeah.
soda. Yeah, thank
Lovely
you.
of them.
Thank
Very
you,
nice.
too.
Nobody's
may be-
bringing me a soda,
You
but
may
whatever.
be enemies, but
You're more famous than I am.
we might have.
Sarah.
Wow, I don't think that's true.
I am not on the gram like you are. You're
That's
like
true.
a content
Okay.
creator
Yeah.
on a consistent basis. I just do
Yeah.
this like twice a year, and that's it. That's
Okay,
the amount
fair.
of work I'm willing to put into that.
Putting in work. Here we go. These
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
teams.
Okay,
These
so yes,
teams
who
have
are
been
our
putting in the
teams?
work.
Right. Mm-hmm.
3.5 men at table 1. This is a very, very talked about table.
Oh yeah, because of Connor, basically. It's
Connor,
like,
we
yeah.
saw him absolutely destroy me yesterday.
in pairs.
Like getting destroyed by an 11-year-old.
I know it's a bit rough.
It's okay.
It's a bit
He
rough.
is so incredibly talented. We
I
puzzled
know.
together at Winter Carnival.
did?
And we got to do a pairs puzzle from Worlds that I had not done yet, and
Uh-huh.
it was super fun. And we did, it's not the same, but
Yeah.
we would have come in first
Really?
place. I
What?
think.
Seriously?
Yeah,
That's
but it wasn't
incredible.
me.
Wow.
He's one where you just feed him the pieces. You make a
Yeah,
pile for
yeah.
him and have him
You're
do
just
it.
facilitating his success.
Exactly.
Yeah, so they're sitting right here. What's another advantage? Okay, so I keep pointing
yeah.
out these advantages
Yeah.
Connor has because
He's
of his
small.
size. He can stand and run around because literally he doesn't have to bend over like the rest of us
and they can
hurt
fit
his back.
3 people on one side of
Yes,
the table.
we just saw them, and he was in between Kyle and Josh, just like puzzling away. And so it was 3 people on one side because he's small.
Yeah.
So he can fit. So it's kind of amazing. But yeah, so they are here with their adorable shirts and the 3.5 men team name. Right next to
up.
them is Wicked Quick, who a lot of you know Wicked Quick. They're
A classic
famous.
team.
They are
are
a famous
Wicked
team.
Quick.
They are Wicked Quick. They're from the Boston area, which makes sense with the name. And they competed at Worlds, and they are back here again this year at Nationals, trying for that number 1 spot.
They're definitely known for their unique and intense training regimens,
Yes.
which are incredible. Like Mari, Black, and I don't know if anyone tuned in earlier when Jim was on, her partner, but they are just
serious. Like
it is
they
incredible.
take it serious, and they practice, and they are regimented
Yeah,
about it. It's
and there's
amazing.
terminology for every different way
Yes.
that people puzzle. Apparently, I'm a chaos puzzler. Who knew? Earlier today, I was
No,
using some of
100%.
them.
Yeah.
some of
Oh,
their
were you?
terms. I was like, dead reckoning, guys. We need to be an Andrea. We need to put the pieces in exactly where they go.
Very cool.
And then
Yeah.
next up-
Yeah. So next up, right. This is the best team name.
Flip, sort, cry.
Yep. And it's Tiffany, Kat, Gray, and I can't read. Simi.
Simi.
Yeah.
I can't see them. There's too many people in the way.
I know there's a lot.
We can only see tables 1, 2, and then like the first 2 in the next row. So
yeah.
it's very hard to see over here, but amazing team.
Yep. No, I know. It's this whole front row is going to be like
There's our
serious
top
contenders.
3. Oh, and then we have Puzzle Ostriches in the next round. It's Andrea H. and Allie, E.B. Karen, and Michaela Keener.
I
who
know.
I've previously been on teams with a few different times. There's, all of our world's team is here now.
Are you,
Karen's in the
like-
chat,
Yeah.
and Evie and
I was
Michaela
gonna
are
say,
puzzling.
half your team is competing without you, Karen, right now. I'm sure
Yeah.
they miss you, but yeah, I'm sure she's watching closely to see, like, wait, are they going to do better when I'm not there? Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what you do in that situation, honestly. If my whole, like, team is competing without me, I'm like, do I want them to do better? Or do I kind of be like,
Ooh.
yeah.
You want to be like the key?
I'm 100% kidding. I, of course, want them to do better. I,
You
like,
just want to do well.
yes, I want
Yeah.
them to do well.
Don't have to do better.
Exactly.
They might get replaced.
No, right? No, that is the danger. I mean, but yeah.
Oh,
I
pieces
think we're
of
watching.
cake.
There, you're watching Connor, and yep, his hands are just flying.
No, that is not 2 times speed, y'all. He
No.
is just
That's how fast
Flipping
he goes.
fast. I have to censor myself on the.
You're okay.
I hopefully won't do any. Oh, here we go. Wicked Quick.
Yeah, Wicked Quick last year
Flips
was in
and
third
stabs.
place. I wanted to look that up to just like,
And they crushed it.
they did. I mean, yeah, it's
I think that they really caught up on that second puzzle because I was in second last year, the second place team. Second place everything. This year I'm second place everything
Sarah.
so far,
Yeah.
which
Oh,
doesn't have
no.
the same ring to it. Second place Sarah is just
Yeah.
such a
Gotta-
highlight.
yeah.
Yeah, they really caught up on that Elspeth puzzle. Next up, at table 5, Pieces of Cake. What a fun team. Gail
Yeah.
McCormick, Maud, Megan Jones, and Melinda.
Yeah, Mindy
fun-
Whiting.
Yeah. That's a fun team.
I know. And they're all like really good puzzlers. It's just like the last round. It was like you had all these really good teams. It's like, I am always saying this and people get tired of it, but the U.S. has a very deep bench. We've got so many top level teams that like if they had the right day at Worlds, they would be in the top 10.
yeah.
Like they're
Yeah.
all that
I mean,
good.
3 of the top 4 were U.S., right? Yeah.
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 Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're good in the team competitions. I feel like it's something that the Americans really excel at.
Right after that, there are 2 Minnesota teams. Right after them, we got Pocket Full of Pieces, which is a team that is near and dear to my heart.
Aw.
And then also Barbecue Hot Dish, half
Oh.
Texans,
Okay.
the barbecue,
Okay.
half Minnesotans,
Oh.
the hot dish. How cute. That's a great team
That
name.
is a really
I gotta
good
look at some
idea. I love
other
it.
team names
Oh,
on
I know.
here.
I do like highlighting fun team
Oh,
names.
Blue Dust Bunnies, because Ravensburger
Yep,
has the
blue
puzzle dust.
Puzzle dust.
Let's see what else we got.
Advil Up. We mentioned that earlier.
Love
That's
that
Rob
one.
Shields' team.
Oh, I love a good Jiggy Stardust.
Oh,
But
that's good.
fun fact, or even a level up from that, you can be Jiggy Sawdust.
Oh.
Yeah, I get that one a lot at my competitions. I love that. Oh, yeah, Puzzle-Upagus. Have you been talking
Ooh.
about them yet?
No.
So I hope that they show them at some point if I see them coming up. They have Sesame Street outfits on, like
What?
Snuffleupagus.
Oh my God. That's
and then
fantastic.
on their hats, they have different characters. Each one has a different color character.
Oh, I love it. Snuffleupagus was my all-time
Oh.
fave. Bucket list item for me is to get a hug from Big Bird and to get to like pet Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, at the Museum of Play in Rochester, New York, they have a whole set
What?
of the like
Stuff,
Sesame
Sesame
Street.
Street.
So I got to go this past summer, and I got to
What?
sit on the street, on the steps.
That's so cool.
Got to go to all the the little laundromat and everything. It was so it was
Yeah.
definitely for children, but I'm a
Yeah.
child.
If,
Just
if,
an adult
if
one.
Burgess just showed up in a full-on like Big Bird costume at some point,
Yeah.
I would like just run them down and be like, "You
Yeah.
have to give me a hug."
I love
I
like
was
all of the Muppets.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
Jim
Muppets.
Henson,
Yeah.
one of
the
my favorite
best.
human beings.
I know. So amazing.
Great.
Okay, so these puzzles are making me thirsty. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
I didn't have anything to drink before the competition this morning.
Here's one that's, are you my dad?
Oh no. I don't know if that's a question they should be figuring out at National.
That's really funny. I love this. Okay, what are some more good names?
Oh, Chatter Chicks. We could change our name to that at our table.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
100%.
Separation anxiety. That's kind of funny. Like
Yeah, oh, that's good.
Separate
Separation.
pieces.
That is good. What else we got? Every piece is awesome. That's a good one.
that also fits in the Lego movie.
Yeah, yeah. That's immediately what I thought of.
Yeah.
Let's see, Jigsaw Junkies.
Huzzah. Huzzah, huzzah.
Huzzah!
Why does that crack
Now
me
I
up
want
so
to
much?
use that.
Yeah, I know, me too. Do you ever like look through the lists and be like, I'm gonna steal that name?
Yes.
You know, that's how the name for Becca's team at Winter Carnival came to be.
Oh, yeah.
We were, brainstorming some names, and I had loved that someone was Puzzle at the Disco, like Panic at the Disco, if you know the
I
band.
love that name.
And so they ended up using that one for
That was
a
that
cute
was
name.
an all-timer. That was a good one.
Tortured Puzzler's
Puzz-
Apartment, obviously, of Taylor
Is
Swift.
this one Puzzkill?
Puzzkill. I was the
Buzzkill.
Puzzkill this morning on my
Puzzkill.
team.
That's really
Just
good.
so mean to them.
I would say this heat wins in the clever names department. The last
Wow.
one had some good ones.
You don't love our team?
No.
we're,
I mean,
we're washed
yours
up.
is great. No,
It's
yours
been
is
around.
great. I love yours, but I mean, this one has some real. This has some real winners in here. There were good ones in the last one too, but Pazza is not my favorite.
Pazza.
I'm a Renfest gal, so Pazza is like gonna be
Maybe
a
I'll make
thing that sticks with
maybe I'll
me.
go to Renfest and make a little little costume out of puzzle pieces.
Yeah.
Puzzle piece
Could be
popper.
the knight of,
Oh, like
the
chainmail.
knight of Ravensburger.
Oh, that kind of sounds
That
fancy.
actually sounds,
Okay,
yeah,
I'm
that
in.
sounds right.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, what are we seeing? Oh, yeah.
What are we seeing? We're seeing
who's
us.
that?
Aren't we?
Oh,
Oh, no,
yeah,
we're not.
yeah.
I don't know what the colors are yet, guys.
That's okay. It's the red.
Oh, we're
there's
seeing
Tiffany's
Tiff
team.
and Simi and
Yep.
Kat, and I'm
That's-
assuming Gray is behind
That's Flip,
Simi.
Sort, Cry at table
Flip,
number
Sort,
3.
Cry. That is such a relatable name, man. What a
really
good one.
good.
Wow. They have some pretty big sorting trays. So I asked last night, what do people want to hear about? What should I be talking about for 3 whole hours on here? And some people were asking about like what tools we use in puzzling, and sorting trays are definitely something in teams and a 1,000-piece puzzle that are nice to have. That you'll see that some teams are using them, some teams aren't. My team prefers to use them just so that we can kind of pass around the pieces easier without us moving. Especially in a competition where there's live streaming happening, you might find yourself wanting to move, but there might be a camera person at the end of your table, and it
Good
does
point.
stink.
Yeah.
Here, they've been moving
does
around
stink.
very quickly.
They've been coached to give you a wide berth.
Yes, which
and
is
to
great.
Stay out of your way.
There was a moment at another competition where they had set the camera up and walked away for minutes.
No.
And I was like, I know that camera costs a lot of money, but
right.
I might just kick it over because I couldn't get around,
geez,
and then we
yeah.
lost by 7 seconds.
Oh, that's
which
rough.
could have been the move, but
Yeah, I know. It is.
so-
It is something that puzzlers at this level, when they're not used to that, having a live stream and having all these cameras and all this stuff happening,
Yeah.
it can be really distracting. It can
Yeah.
get in your way. I mean,
Yeah.
we try our very best to just not interfere at all.
Yeah.
We have a whole list of things that we go over,
I
and
love
it's
it.
little stuff that you wouldn't think of. Like we have to tell them, like, don't. Pick up a plastic bag in the aisleway because it might have a piece in it. Just leave it.
Yeah,
The volunteer
leave it.
judges will take care of
Yeah.
that. Don't talk to the puzzlers. Don't say things
Yeah.
like "good job" or "you guys are great."
not
or
say anything.
Don't say anything. Don't ask them to move to get out of the way
Absolutely
so
not.
that you can get a better shot.
Absolutely not. No, I will not
That's
listen.
the kind of stuff. If you're a videographer and you're used to doing things in a
directing
certain way, you don't
things.
think of that
Yep.
necessarily, or don't set the camera down on the table. Maybe like that's
That is a big
no-no.
one. Yeah. I haven't had that happen yet,
Yeah.
but
So
the
we have
sorting
all
trays,
kinds of rules like that. Yep. That we
sorting
go
trays
through.
can really help with that situation. Bring it back. Bring it back.
Yes.
Also, box top holders. I mean, everyone does it a different way, but I love my Zacco box top holder. I actually have a specific one that I use. If we come back around, I have it with me.
Yeah,
So
we'll show
I've
it.
had it. It's
Yeah.
like the original.
Yeah.
Like
I
one of
have
the
one
first
just
ones,
like it.
one of the first ones he ever made.
Yep, me too.
And it has so many dents in it.
Really?
from
From
being
just-
in suitcases, being dropped on the ground.
Oh, it's like
very-
a prized possession for me because I was one. He told
Yeah.
me recently I was one of the very. Oh, there you're on. I was one of the very first customers he
baby.
had that bought one of
Yeah.
his box top holders.
They're so good. I highly recommend
yeah,
them.
very cool.
Not sponsored by Zacco, but I could be. The amount of talk about him.
So we are gonna get situated here because we have some very special guests joining us. So stay tuned, and we'll be bringing them over in just a moment.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. So we're so excited to have our special guests with us, which is Claire and Peter. And what's your handle on Instagram where how people would know you?
It is Claire and Peter.
It is just
Wow.
I was gonna say I think that's it, right? But I was like, I better double check because my brain is kind of fried at this point. But we're so excited that you are here and participating, and I just got to know, like, how has it all been thus far? Because you've had a busy couple of days.
You want-
Go ahead.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
First of all, like people in the speed puzzle community being like the most welcoming, friendly people. It's been an awesome experience.
Oh, very cool.
That makes me so happy.
I know. We love hearing nice things about ourselves.
And our community.
Yeah. No.
And you just participated in the last round.
Yes, we had so much fun yesterday that we ended up joining Heat 1 of teams.
Yeah.
We got to finish one whole puzzle for the first time all weekend. So,
Hey,
we're very
that's a
excited.
win.
Exactly.
That is a win. Had you ever just sat down and did a 1,000-piece puzzle from start to finish?
No.
I don't think so.
We did a couple of 500 leading up to this, but that was the largest puzzle we've done and
Yeah.
in one sitting. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it feels like every 500-piece puzzle we had done before this was significantly easier than the one that we ended up with during our speed puzzling.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But I think you guys did a great job. I mean, finishing a puzzle is such an accomplishment. And did you enjoy it? Did you like that one? Yeah,
It was
kinda
good.
cute.
It was. I thought the yellow, like the shade, threw me off a little bit. I don't know if it was just like. But at the end, my eyes like. It takes a while to like. I feel like adjust to the puzzle,
For sure.
and like in the end, it's like, oh, this goes there, kind
Yeah.
of thing.
And did you get started on the second one, the Under the Sea?
No, we didn't get
No.
this. No.
I think,
Cool.
you guys, I think you finished the one within like, I think it was just over 2 hours or so,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then were you just like, and we can be done now.
Yeah,
We're
I think
good.
We knew we weren't going to finish it in 50 minutes.
Right, yeah.
We all collectively felt very accomplished, and I think Peter is the one that was pushed us to do the teams. And then so when after we finished our first puzzle, the three of us, not Peter, took a vote, and we were like, I think we're good.
Did you want to do the second one? Did you
It
want
would
to get
have been
started?
nice to like maybe do the whole edges.
Yeah.
But we'll save that. We got it for
Next
home.
time.
So
Yeah.
next
Next
time.
time.
Yeah.
More content.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
getting a vibe, Peter, that you are much like much of the puzzling community where you start a puzzle late or you're maybe working on it in the evening and you're like, well, just a couple more pieces
Exactly.
and then I'll go to bed.
Yeah.
And then like 3
It's
hours
like they give a
later.
mouse a cookie kind of thing, and it just keeps on going. And yeah.
Yeah, no, 100%. Well, so this is like a different thing for you because you're travel influencers or content creators and you're getting to do all these, but I feel like you've really been prepping for this puzzle like competition. And so are we going to convert you? Are you going to become puzzle people now? And like
I mean, I think it's already happened.
Yeah, I think it was there. We just realized it was there.
I love it.
I do too. I love it.
See, I'm the opposite, where I'm a puzzler, and then puzzles have turned me into a travel person. So
Yes.
There you
a
go.
few years ago, I went to Worlds for the first time, and then at Worlds, I met some Australians, and they're like, if you come to Australia, you can just come stay with us at our house. And I was like, don't be kidding, guys, because I will show up at your house. And so then I went to Australia 2 months later
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
for 3 weeks. And
That's
so,
awesome.
Yeah, it turned me into a
And
big...
those were your first 2 trips overseas. Like you
Yeah,
hadn't
well,
left
I
the-
went to Canada, but
Yeah,
that
right,
doesn't count.
Where was Worlds when you went?
Spain.
Okay.
So yep, it's been in the same place every
Okay.
time so far. But yeah, then I went over to Australia, went to their nationals. So I mean, that's an option, guys.
Wow.
Yeah,
Australian
you
Did
know,
you compete, or were you just a visitor?
I did get to compete in the teams. We were called the ineligibles because we were not eligible for prizes. So we had a few people from New Zealand and then a couple Australians and me.
Did you guys win?
I think we were like 5th place, but we
Okay.
didn't qualify.
Casual
You know?
fit.
Yeah.
Like, no biggie.
It was pretty fun though. It was such a great time.
I literally think you could combine the 2 worlds because this weekend alone there's 4 national championships around the world
I
happening.
saw
Oh,
that.
really?
Yeah, and I feel like it feels like almost every weekend there is a national championship happening somewhere in the world.
Yeah.
And I feel like if that's what you wanted to do, you could make a go of that because there's so many.
I
You
talked
could
to
just be
my-
traveling around the world doing
Yeah.
puzzle competitions.
I literally talked to my mom. I'm like, Mom, I could just sell my house and move everything into your basement, and then back where I was, in college, and then I could just travel the world and do puzzles for a year,
That would be so fun.
right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just giving you guys ideas.
Is there another country? Like, is there a country that's like the best? Who has like, let's say the top 5, or which country is known for like being the fastest puzzlers?
Well, I mean, the U.S. has
changes.
very quickly risen through the ranks because in 2019 was the first World Championship,
Uh-huh.
and there was like no U.S. presence. There's one guy in his family, AJ Jacobs, who was writing a book at the
Yes.
time about puzzlers in general, and he just went to like cover it, and then they were like, "Do you want to participate?" He was like, "Sure." So he was like the sole American like at the Worlds the very
Uh-huh.
first time it happened. And what's funny funny is after that, everybody assumed he must have been like a world-class puzzler. And so he was getting all these emails from people being like, so tell us about your, and he's like, I am not a puzzler. He was like, I was just there for a book. But then the next year, it was like a bunch more teams, I think maybe like 60 or 80 Americans. And then last year, we were like the second largest contingent at Worlds. With like over, I think it was like 150 or 60 competitors.
Germany beat us out.
Yeah, and within the top 10 teams, I think we had 4 or 5 of them.
Yeah.
5 of them.
Oh, wow.
And within the top pairs, we had like 5 of them out of the top 10. But individuals is where I think we just had, was it just Kelly Walter who made the top 10 for individuals?
Yeah.
But I mean, we're definitely really strong in the pairs and the teams. And I know from talking to Alfonso, just the World Jigsaw organizer, that this is the largest national competition happening outside of the World Championship.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I think the other countries' championships are still very new. They're still growing. So I think Poland really, that's who kind of impressed me this year. Poland really showed up to Worlds and like they have some strong puzzlers.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
They're scary.
Yeah,
Like
they're-
scary good.
Yeah, scary good. Like legendary,
Victor,
like
love
good.
him.
Yeah.
We got to sit next to each other at finals, so that was like a kind of highlight for me. It was almost like sitting next to like a local celeb, you know? Like, oh.
Like these guys. We're
Yeah,
sitting next
seriously,
to
I know. I get to
celebrities
sit
here.
next to so many celebrities now, which is
You know what's
amazing.
funny is this morning people were like, so there's going to be a celebrity group in this round, and we were like, which celebrities? Is it Claire and Peter and Chad, or is it Ray Chase? Like we didn't know, and so everybody's talking about you guys being a celebrity team, so you should know that. Yeah,
I feel
you're
a little
famous.
bit of imposter
Yeah.
syndrome.
There's a lot of fans for you in the chat. People have been like, "Oh, go
Oh my
Claire
gosh,
and Peter!"
seriously,
like,
all the time. I was just watching them back last night, and I was like, "Who are they? Oh my gosh! Okay, yeah, there's like a lot of people cheering for you guys in there.
yeah.
It was so fun. I love watching.
I know.
Watching it back and
People in
reading
the
chats.
chat. It's super
We
wholesome.
got
Yeah.
quite a few screenshots of when we were being shown in the live stream, and Peter's neck was just completely blue.
You
I had
like
a stiff neck this morning. From,
Really?
yeah.
you realize like how bad your posture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a team in here called Advil Up, and it's
Yes,
Oh, I saw
they're
that.
right there.
yeah,
Great
yeah,
t-shirts.
One of the
exactly.
t-shirt
Yep.
teams we can see here.
Yeah, that's a thing. Yeah, you definitely get like the
Yeah,
neck,
gotta
shoulders, back business
Stretch
going
and
on.
loosen up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you done competing now, or are you you breathing easy now, or are you going to do any more?
Well, shockingly, we did not make finals.
Yeah. So this weekend is it's over. Our coming up travels has no puzzles involved that we know of. Like
Okay.
our cruise, we didn't expect to have
Yeah.
speed puzzling, and we
Yeah.
found out when we looked at the itinerary on board the ship. They're like, speed puzzling 3 days, and I was like, Claire, we gotta do this.
Yeah, that was
Um,
fully a coincidence how like soon that like how close the two were. So we
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
like, okay, we gotta embrace it. We gotta practice. We ended up winning our last
Yeah.
Amazing.
round only
very
because
cool.
we recruited our third puzzler.
Ah, yes.
He's very good. He's one of those like very humble people. We were like, oh, do you puzzle? And he's like, well, I have puzzles at home and I do them. And then he was just like going at the speed
Yeah.
of light. So
Really?
we did do that, but after this, no immediate plans for
Okay.
puzzling.
Okay.
But I'm sure they'll find a way in the future to
Yes, and I'm
get
sure
involved.
Peter will
Well,
find
I
something.
think was it your guys' video I saw where you were on a cruise and you
Yeah.
did a
Yep.
puzzle? So yeah, like is that becoming a thing that like cruises are offering more and more like
So-
things like that?
I read someone messaged us that I don't know who's running it, but there's some sort of speed puzzling cruise I
Yes.
saw.
There
Yeah,
is
Jonathan
one.
Clough. I know he's doing one, but I was
Yeah.
just surprised that cruise line in general just would have had something
Yeah.
like that.
So
Yeah.
it's funny because their puzzles obviously get reused over and over and over,
Mm-hmm.
probably every week, and almost every box is missing 1 or 2 pieces.
Oh,
Yeah. But
And
it,
so
it-
it's like an extra little challenge. And then there's once we had an extra piece. It was like a
Yeah.
double.
Oh,
Um,
no.
but they did mark on the box like this is 2 missing pieces, so you kind of knew.
Oh,
But
okay,
then
that's
sometimes
good.
the marking is wrong.
Everyone was
Yeah.
doing different puzzles.
Same puzzle.
Oh, same puzzle.
Oh, it
okay.
is.
So
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
300-piece puzzles, and it was like anywhere from like teams of 2 to 6. So there's no standard like here. So we were competing against like teams of 6 when we started out, and we weren't fast enough for that.
So then we had to let someone
If they
in.
get
Yeah,
the third
teams of
person.
6, like also,
lot.
but like teams of 6, that's too many
That's too
hands.
many people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
And-
need some coaching on how to do this. They
And
should
it was-
contact us.
It was only a 300-piece puzzle, so like very small. And
Yeah,
six
all those
Two
people.
pieces per person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's too many. That's too many
Oh my
hands in the
goodness. That's
hands in the
stress.
mix. You'd just be running into each other all the time.
Yeah.
What were some things that you noticed? So you're doing a 1,000-piece puzzle with 4 of you. Like, what are things that you were kind of surprised by, or were there any things that that stuck out to you?
Well, I don't know. Anything for you or no?
I think we're all so focused on our own thing, which is probably not the best strategy for teams, that I wasn't even like paying too much attention. But I think the one thing that we could have done better is like half of the pieces got put on one side and half the pieces on the other. So then we never looked at the other side unless we like rotated.
It's a really good tip to keep all your loose pieces to one area, so you're not looking in 2 different areas for everything. Were
you guys using trays? Did anybody give you anything like that, or no?
No trays, but I think we had good space. But one question I have for you is, when we did teams, and also when we were pairs, we'll like swap spots.
Yeah.
Is that a good move, bad move?
It depends on the person, but if you need to look at something in a different view, or switch places to see different pieces, I think that's a great way to get unstuck. From a spot.
Yeah.
So
That's
you
what we
guys
did
just
that.
intuition,
Yeah.
intuitively great puzzles.
It helps
puzzlers.
mentally more than it did maybe the puzzle itself.
Yeah.
Like switching is like
it's sometimes just good to get fresh eyes on an area, too. Even and I'll offer, like, if other people are feeling stuck, I'll just be like, oh, I'll switch with you, because I know that it's probably good for me too to like switch and get fresh eyes on something. So that's really good. A lot of teams are doing that. You can see it constantly. Are you guys picking up things from watching it all?
I don't. This 3.5 men table, the speed at which they're operating is just on another
Isn't that
level.
incredible?
Yeah.
I wish my body and brain would move as fast as that.
Well, he's still young.
Yeah. No, for me, it's like I couldn't make my hands go that fast if I wanted, because I don't think my brain is moving fast enough to do that. Yeah. It looks like he's in 2 times speed or something.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. You're watching him.
Yeah, we used to have to talk about that. In Spain, there's a famous puzzler, Alejandro, and he looks like that when he puzzles. And we'd have to say in the live stream, like, no, it's not forward motion or fast motion, everybody.
Yeah.
Like, that's what he looks like.
And it's interesting seeing everyone has different like techniques. So I watched online. I don't know the girl's name at Worlds, but just very like nonchalant with like
Kristen.
one in its place. But like the time doesn't match like what you see, kind of thing.
It's incredible.
Amazing.
Let's just watching different people's strategy.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're showing right now. They have a lot of the pink done.
Yeah.
See that pink tree? We
But
all were
this
saying
is
it.
looking hard. Do you guys want to make any predictions? We haven't made predictions.
Yeah, we haven't. And there's people asking. So
I know,
we gotta
right?
give the people what they're
So we're at
want.
35 minutes, and there's not as much done there as I would have thought. At this time in the last round, the first puzzle was done by table number 1.
Oh,
they
wow.
finished the first puzzle in
What?
35 minutes. And here we are at 35:44, and they still got a ways to go. So I'm gonna guess 52. I'm
Ooh.
putting it on paper. 52 is Val's prediction
52?
for the number 1. Don't know who that'll be, but maybe.
I go with like, I don't know. This is so hard. I'm really bad at guessing. I think
You
you're
just don't
probably
wanna
about
lose to me.
right. Like 55.
55.
Should I go with 54?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
trust you guys.
I'll
$1,
go
Bob.
47.
Ooh.
Someone's gonna turn it on at the end.
Okay.
I hope you're right.
He
'cause
is
that's way more fun.
optimistic.
So, question: out of the 3 puzzles you've seen for the team event, how would you rank them from easiest to hardest in your opinion?
In the order that they've come out, 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
So
really?
butterflies,
Yep,
easiest.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
For me personally. Second would be the underwater,
Uh-huh.
and third would be this one. We were talking earlier about illustrations that have solid lines on
Got
the
it.
outside are much easier, whereas this one, like a digital art,
Yeah.
you can kind of blend things more, and so it's a little more what we call muddy,
Got it.
of a muddy image.
I think I might be pronouncing the name. Is Greg Poprocki? Is that
Oh,
the
Greg
other?
Poprocki,
that's
yeah.
coming up.
Well, yeah, he's here this weekend to do an artist signing, but I
'Cause he's-
can't say anything more than that.
Because we did the puzzles from last year to practice.
Oh yeah, the dog.
Jazzy
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
yeah.
dog one, and those lines were nice because like it's very clear when something
Yes.
starts and ends
Yep.
with the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
So
hoping for one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So right now we were seeing just a moment ago, we were seeing all 3 of the top teams, and it's these 3 right in
my
front.
gosh.
So it's really.
I love
yeah.
watching them all.
Yeah, no, I
puzzle.
know the Greg ones are so fun from last year. Those were pairs puzzles that we did last year, and people were like, "These are the jam!" Like they're so fun and just clean lines and very pleasing to put together.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't say a word. It's all top secret. But he is here this weekend, so everybody's like, well, obviously. But I keep joking, well, he's just here for fun. He's nothing else. It's nothing to do with us.
So how often, say you're puzzling at home, how often will you do a brand new puzzle versus a puzzle you've done in the past?
I try never to do the same puzzle over and over again. I just cannot do it. There's a few puzzles that I'll keep around for longer than just one go through, but most of the time I'm a new puzzle every time person. I am not a speed run person. I don't like to do the same puzzle over and over again, but there are a lot of people that do like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and we all have a storage issue.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all have access to a lot. So if you don't have access to a lot of puzzles, it's easier to, repeat puzzles. But I have thousands.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
In my house.
I thought our stack of 10 was
Yeah, we were starting our collection.
That's a great stack. I love
that is a good stack. Well, it's hard because if you're traveling a lot, it's like they take up a lot of space.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily want to bring puzzles around with you. So how do you find puzzles, or do you shop for them, or do you just find them here and there?
So this year we've spent a good amount of time in the U.S. and we've been able to order some online and just store them at the parents.
I don't think with our travel, we travel in a carry-on and a backpack, and we have about we can go 10 days to 2 weeks before we have to do laundry, and that's what we travel with, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
I'm so impressed. I need to follow you.
The minute I hear you say that, I'm like, wait, I brought 3 suitcases for this one weekend.
I did pack everything this weekend into a carry-on, but I put it inside of a checked bag. But I get 2 free checked bags every flight, so why wouldn't I bring 2?
Yeah.
So the two of us packed one on each side of one carry-on.
What?
Seriously? You guys are incredible.
I need to go back and watch more. You must have videos about this, right?
We have to get creative because now we're going home with a couple puzzles.
Right,
yeah.
You're going to
have
to
also
get
the suitcase, how it works is whenever we buy something when we're traveling, we just take something out of the suitcase. It's a kind of rule. So we're not big on souvenirs much, just because we just don't have the room for it.
Yeah.
You got the memories in your reels.
Yeah.
I got rid of a pair of pants when I was in Australia and bought a new pair.
This is something I do too.
Yeah.
If I buy stuff, then I tend to leave stuff. I'll wear a really awful pair of shoes fully with the intention that I am going to buy a new pair there, and then
that's bold.
chuck
like a reward.
Break them in while you're there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I
what
I missed
happened?
it. I was
Did we
watching on the
miss it?
live stream part, but I was just looking at the top teams, little check-in of all of them.
I'm looking over at 2.5 Men, and it's starting to come more together for sure. But
40 minutes. I don't know.
Where are we going to be at?
Sounds like
I'm
another
curious.
15 minutes could be good.
You just want to go over and tell them to take their
Yeah.
time.
Take your time, guys.
You don't need to go so fast, you guys. You're good.
It's the prelims.
It's definitely going to be interesting because this is proving to be a more challenging puzzle. I think that's pretty obvious. By looking at people's
team
progress
T-shirts on
out
this
there.
team. It just went away, but I love Rob's team's
those,
T-shirts. So great. There's one of our.
Now, is
Some of
there
our
for
top teams here.
teams? Is there a different technique than pairs? What's the biggest change when you're competing in teams versus pairs?
I
That
think
is
you
a good
need
question.
more communication. I think that's one thing that my team does really well is we, as we're sorting things out, we're like, oh, I'm grabbing all the pink, I'm grabbing all this, or I'm working on the sharks or whatever. So I think communication is a little bit more important because there's 4 different people that are pulling pieces out rather than just you and one other person. So you might overlap a little more.
Got it.
Yeah, and I think if you're a pair that's been doing this for a long time, it's like you know what each other does. And so you don't
Exactly.
have to communicate maybe quite as much because it's just sort of like, yep, you always do the edge, here you go.
Yeah.
And it's, you kind of, but, I guess it depends on the puzzle too. But for a team, I feel like I communicate more in a
Yeah.
team.
I feel like
'cause
you have
you're
to have
wanting to give everybody, keep everybody up to speed.
You have to have a good personality mix on your team. Because my team, we're the kind of team that we yell at each other, jokingly, we'll
Trash talk.
threaten to leave the team, we'll threaten to quit. Lauren is my employee, so she threatens to quit her job constantly. But it's all in good fun. And if you have someone that, is that's not their type of joking, my love language is making fun of each other. But if you're not, if you have someone on your team that might feel a little more hurt by that, you don't want to be saying those things because it's going to bring them down during the puzzle. So
Yeah.
having a good
my team
personality.
Yeah, my team just needs to know I'm bossy and be cool with that. But if it's a new group of people, I don't want to be bossy. So then I like kind of tone it down, and that might affect me because I can't order everybody around.
I've been doing some smaller competitions back at home, like the ones that are at your local community center or whatever. And I'm like, I'm not fun to puzzle with, guys. I'm so sorry. I'm going to be mean to you this whole puzzle, but it's because I love you.
Yeah, was there trash talk happening on your guys? I saw a lot of giggling and smiling. Whenever we go to you, I felt like you guys were kind of laughing.
I think today was less pressure than yesterday. I think.
Don't want to scare Claire and Chad off.
It's not putting a strain on your
No,
relationship.
'cause that was actually the first time we got to meet Chad and
Chad and
Claire in
Claire,
person.
yeah.
We've been internet friends for a long time.
Yeah.
This is the first time we actually got to meet.
Oh, that's
in
really
person.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when we were doing pairs, we were definitely
I think a little bit more intense. Well, it was just me and you, so we can
more
handle each
intense
other's.
jokes.
Yeah.
I like what you were saying.
Yeah.
Like, you know each other so well. You can,
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
sometimes like gets you more hyped when
Yeah.
you're.
Exactly. I find that when Peter and I are puzzling, the only thing that I really say to you is, Peter, don't forget to look at the box.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes he'll just go 15 minutes and not even look.
No,
And
that's
I don't know how he
classic.
does it.
Everybody does that. Like, I am terrible at that. Our team has to remind each other, too. Like, did everybody look at the box? Because sometimes I'll be puzzling and somebody's like, I have barn pieces over here. And I'm like, there's a barn? Like, I'm just like totally
Exactly.
clueless as to what's in there.
You're
Yeah.
focused on what's in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's classic.
The biggest thing that the piece of advice that people gave us was when you're doing the puzzle is if you can't figure out the piece, move on.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was my biggest weakness is I get stuck
Oh.
on the piece. So
Yeah.
He'll-
Peace
he'll try-
jail.
He'll try that
Yeah,
one
it's
piece
a-
in every single
Yeah.
open spot until
Do you do like my mom and you go, this one doesn't go? It's the manufacturer has made an error. This puzzle piece is not for this puzzle. Or my mom, another classic one is, we're missing pieces. Like halfway through the puzzle,
Yeah.
she's like, we're missing pieces. So yeah.
And the worst is didn't happen for us when we were practicing though, was putting a piece in the wrong thing and thinking it's right. And you
Yeah.
realize like something's off.
Yep.
Like,
I did that.
Yeah.
It's the
Yep.
worst.
yeah.
Yep.
That's always so hard when you
No,
can't
I
tell. I
know.
feel like that would happen on this puzzle a lot in that pink section.
Yeah.
Ravensburger's is a little harder to place a piece in the wrong spot
Yeah.
just due to their design of their cut.
Yeah.
But ones that are all what we call 2 in, 2 out pieces, where it's 2 out knobs and 2 holes on
Yeah.
the other sides, those ones you can put them together basically all day, every day in the
Yeah.
same,
Yeah,
everything will
false
fit
fits
together.
everywhere, yeah. Yep.
But yeah, that's definitely
Yeah.
always tough when you're like, I have to take apart half this puzzle to figure out where this one piece goes.
Yeah.
Something we talked about yesterday when you say like having this piece and being like, I got to get this in there. We, Tammy and Yvonne were talking about puzzle jail, that they create a puzzle jail and if they catch themselves doing that, they put the piece in puzzle jail and they're not allowed to touch it until later because they just know like it's too tempting to keep going back to it
Yeah.
and keep trying it.
That's
And I
a
thought
smart
that was funny.
strategy.
Someone asked in the comments, what do you do when the puzzle jail is at capacity? You got to do jailbreak. You got to restart it. Restart it again.
They have a policy that they can touch each other's puzzle jails when they're puzzling together, but not their own. Yep.
I love sometimes I go over to my parents' house and my mom will be practicing when I get there. So she'll be talking to herself and she's like, puzzle jail. She'll be, this one's got to go in the puzzle jail.
It's a
Sooner
thing.
or
You're,
later, every piece of ours
Yeah.
just ends up in puzzle jail, and
yep.
There you go.
You're going to learn all the terminology this weekend for all the
Okay,
weird
we're
things.
at
Do you guys?
46.
Oh yeah. Where
Sorry,
are we at?
what was your guess?
I think
again?
I was 45, so
Okay, well,
I think you
too
said
aggressive.
48,
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
54, you were 55, and then
Yeah,
we got it.
53.
We had Peter at
47.
47.
Oh,
you
so
have
30 seconds, guys.
I'm at 52. Claire guessed 54, and Sarah 55.
I'm
You
the
might-
pessimistic one here, but I think I might be right.
Yeah.
Peter, you can take another guess once
Yeah.
we get past
Okay.
48.
Yes, true.
So we're seeing. I think we're going to get a shot here of the
Oh,
3 top
ooh,
teams.
I love
So
this.
we're
I
seeing
love when
them
it's
all at
split screen.
once. Yeah, when we can see them all at once, and
Gosh, look at them.
we've got Wicked Quick in there.
I can hear Mari Black in my mind.
Yep.
Just
Flip,
encouraging her
Sort,
team.
Cry, and Three and a Half Men all.
I don't
up
think
at the
that's
same
Flip
time.
Sort Cry.
Isn't it?
That's someone else. That's
Oh,
a
is that-
different team.
oh,
I don't
is
know.
that Jessa? No, they're.
No, that
They're not in this
is.
round?
Where is my
Oh,
little
sorry.
sheet? I recognize people. I'm trying to. It's so hard to tell. I'm
know,
so
it's really
sorry,
hard to
guys.
tell.
My screen is so teeny tiny. It's very far away.
Looks like it's
Oh, it's table 8.
Table 8. Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
So that's
5,
table
6,
8
7.
we were saying. Sorry, we
girls
couldn't figure
in
it out.
STEM.
Wait, are these people we know?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. We know them. Chloe, Sky, Caitlin, and Hannah. Yeah, Hannah Doyle. Oh, she was one we were kind of wanting to keep our eyes on as this team.
Yeah.
Because
Okay,
I
awesome.
don't think they've competed together here before. So it was a lot of new folks that
I
were
love
kind
a
of
new
teaming
team.
up. So this could be
Team
really
coming out.
exciting.
Oh, now we're back on Wicked Quick.
Oh, what is going on over there? It suddenly
Something.
got noisy.
There was some noise coming from somewhere.
There
and I
was.
don't know what was
It
happening.
almost sounded like water. Did
Yeah, it
not?
sounded like crunchy, like crinkly. Like maybe they left a piece in the bag or something. Oh man, the sights and sounds.
It never gets that rowdy here.
Sometimes it does.
I think it's interesting that some teams have their puzzle box set up. I guess it'd be
Vertically?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're
so
orienting it the way of the puzzle that they're
Yeah.
I know for me, like people think, wow, Sarah, you must be so like you're good at puzzles. So you must be so like spatially like you can look at something and know exactly how it's supposed to fit in there. And I'm like, no, I literally not failed a whole class, but failed multiple homework assignments in shop class of having to draw perspective drawings of like boxes, like cubes.
I remember.
I can't do them. And so the way that they're putting their box up and down, it's so that they don't have to turn it in their mind when they're looking for where the piece goes. It's already in that exact same.
Just tilt their heads.
Yeah, so it's just an easier way for certain people to do that.
Yeah, it's probably one of the many things.
Try if you are struggling to find the piece when you find it on the box and then put it into the puzzle in the same place. Try turning the box to be the same orientation as your puzzle, so you don't have to flip it in your mind. If that's something for you.
Another question. So for the people that are like the top speed puzzlers, like what's going through your head when you're like looking at like, is it a like? Because I guess everyone's
That's a
different.
loaded question.
Yeah.
But like, or maybe I guess it's hard to ask what you think is going on in someone else's head. But like, when you see a piece, it's like, do I try to find it on the box and then place? I guess if you're doing piece in place, you do that. But
Yeah, it depends again where you're at. Like if you're at the beginning, like on the puzzle that we did, the second puzzle of the first team's round. So there's just a lot of little things. So little things that you're looking for. That's one where you want to look at the box and then find where it goes. But if you're at the end of the puzzle and there's 15 spaces left and 15 pieces left, instead of looking at each piece, looking at the box, just look for the holes in the puzzle and then figure out where they go.
Yeah.
Or take a piece and just figure out where it goes in the holes.
That's my absolute favorite part of the puzzle is filling in all the holes at the end because you almost know that when you pick it up, you're going to get it in. It's not going to, it's
and
not
your
just
brain
floating.
sometimes just knows like for whatever reason like this one goes there and you just no like thought with it. Just like magic.
I always say I black out when I puzzle, which is 100% true.
I do.
Except for Worlds.
I'm the same way. No, I kind of feel like I'm not thinking at all.
I remember Worlds when I was only a few minutes behind Alejandro, and in my head, all I could do was sing the Lady Gaga song.
Oh my god.
So my brain was like,
Which
Alejandro, Alejandro. Are we going to get taken down now for... I mean, I sound just like Lady Gaga, I know.
Yeah, no, that's hilarious.
Oh, we've got some close...
I was going to say, it's,
Oh my
it's
gosh,
getting really
my heart.
interesting here. And actually...
Look at these.
What's
and
50?
Wicked,
Girls in STEM.
Actually, is it going to be Wicked Quick?
It might be. Mario is very motivating.
Yes, and one of the things I noticed, and I was going to point out too for folks, is that they were doing the tray passing, and I know they love to do that. So they kind of have a technique of they don't necessarily move around the
Oh,
table.
yeah, you
a
just
bunch,
saw it happen.
but they just like switch trays.
Yeah.
So it's like they'll have a tray in front of them. They're looking for pieces that they know are going to go in. If they don't see it, they'll be like switch, and then they all switch trays.
Yeah.
And it kind of keeps it. Because then, they don't have to move around spaces.
Yeah.
It could be that this tray has stuff that the other person needs. So they're really good about doing that. But they still move around too. Like Mari just got up and switched. But they're a really dynamic team to watch because I feel like they've kind of figured out what works really well for them. And they just execute and they are very driven.
Wow.
Yeah.
Peter, what's your guess?
Well, I think it's going to be one of your three, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
based on what looks left and time.
I think 55 is going to be a little too high.
Yeah.
I think it's like maybe 3 minutes. I don't know.
It's past my guess now, 52. I think Sarah, you might be the closest here. You might nail it.
I think at
You or
52 you get the
Claire.
whole 52 range. 52, 52,
I get up to
59.
Whoa,
I get
and I want to go down.
Yeah, that's the way I want to do it. Yeah, it's crazy how many bigger holes are left though. So there's clearly spots that are like they're having some trouble with. I'm trying to figure out what areas those are.
I think it's like
Is it the frog?
It looks like the butterfly jumbo.
And
in the
kind of
top,
green
the top
up in the
left.
top middle left. Yeah, left top
Or
part.
maybe I can't tell. Their puzzle's upside down.
I
Oh no,
know.
they finished that. It's upside down.
no.
It's the
Yeah, the coat,
See, you
the
guys?
frog.
I can't. You have to have it in the same position.
I know. Well, we kind of called it, and
It's
that
the
we
frogs.
did think that this bottom section was going to be really hard because it's just such a jumble of swirly
Does this
color.
not give Cinderella's carriage to you a
Oh,
little bit?
yeah.
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 So
But
pretty.
yeah, I think.
And
ooh.
there's greens in multiple parts of that puzzle too.
Yeah.
Like the same shade of green.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, the frogs are just kind of loosey-goosey. Oh my goodness, look at this. Everyone's so close.
I know. It's going to
so
be really
stressful.
close.
Oh, 53 now. Did anyone guess 53?
Nope.
No.
53 was
No.
no man's land.
Nope.
I don't know.
Peter, you got 53.
Okay.
Sarah's going to end up being the closest because I don't think anybody's got this in the next minute and a half. There's still work to be done here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I'm mesmerized here because it's just like such fast hands going
Well,
everywhere.
Karen says 55, so, I'll trust it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Karen said 55? I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of pieces left, but it's also hard to tell because the frog is so light colored that I'm like, is there more done than I'm thinking? But
There's a lot of love for STEM team,
Yeah,
girls
yeah.
in STEM.
I love it.
I think that someone said in the comments, I'm not sure if this is actually true, but it's like STEM, like
Yeah.
science, technology,
Engineering
engineering,
and math,
math,
yeah.
and puzzles.
Wow.
Oh,
That's
so-
cute.
Yeah, because it is STEMP. It's
Yeah, STEM.
STEMP is what it is. Girls in STEMP.
Glad I didn't ask what the P stood for.
Yeah.
I saw on the sheet you guys were listed as, I think it was Team World Travelers.
Yeah.
That was the name. Yeah. Okay.
Aw.
That was lovely. Yeah.
That's real cute.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think someone gave us that name because
It was a fitting
did they
name,
just
though.
give you the
Yeah,
name?
It was a fitting name though.
You guys didn't spend hours coming up with a puzzle.
It could have been
like-
Team like Claire Squared or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe
Yeah.
two
Oh,
Claires.
that's
Or,
cute.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Two Claires and some other guys.
Yeah.
Claire's and those ones.
Yeah.
The other ones. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Ooh. Getting
Uh-oh.
close.
Okay.
What?
We're resituating cameras.
Yep. Yep.
And then we'll be back. I promise you're not going to miss anything.
I know.
Oh.
I'm like, all they're watching right now is us watching.
I know.
Oh,
and
they
we're
were
just
seeing
like
3.5
all
Men.
stressed.
I know. We're all
think
just
that everyone
staring.
can see the
Oh wow!
stress
Okay,
in our
now I'm
eyes.
looking over and I'm feeling better about 3.5 Men's chances. That's looking really done right now.
Oh, wow.
We're at 55 minutes. Come on, someone.
Look
You got to
at
finish in the
Con-
next
I
45
mean,
seconds.
We've got a really good view of Connor right now from here, just how fast he's going.
Connor, not two hands, though. Come on,
Oh
buddy.
yeah, I know. He's just doing one hand.
That's okay.
That's true,
I
actually.
mean, when your hands move that fast, you only need
No,
one.
right? That's true. I do often remind my team, two hands, people, two hands.
Two
'cause
hands.
It's very easy to forget
Yeah.
your non-dominant hand. It just like it just sits there.
And also, even if you're not actually actively using that other hand, if you're leaning on your hand, your mind is kind of already
in relax
shutting
mode.
down. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going into relax mode a little bit. So I caught myself a few times today leaning on a hand, and I was like, no.
For me, it's like keep it busy. Either it's passing your other hand pieces, or
Oh, now we're getting
you know,
everyone.
But I'm still bad. No matter how much I practice with my left hand, I'm still bad at placing.
56
with it.
minutes.
Like I'll try to put pieces in with it, and it's just like this mess.
Is there a puzzle from your guys' competitions in the past that you like that stuck with you that was like, oh, that was like so hard, or like why did they choose that one for the competition?
There's one that I've done. I think the puzzle I've done the most is the one that we had at our first national championships in 2022, the San Diego puzzle.
Oh, I like that one. It was
'Cause
hard,
It
though,
was
for
a
me.
flat illustration of San Diego, and
Ah.
for whatever reason, it's very light colored. It's blue, yellow, whites, and grays. It's very bright, and I love that puzzle. I've done that probably 5 or 6 times,
Yeah.
which is unusual.
I just got my copy back from someone. I don't know. It went on a little
Yeah.
adventure somewhere.
Ah.
Someone was borrowing it, but I
Yeah.
might have to do that one again.
Yeah. Do you have favorites? Do you have a
I think the ones that like the jazzy and the dog one,
Yeah,
I really
those are
enjoyed
two.
doing those ones. This was like the patterns were broken up, the colors were good. The ones that are like landscapes, like the sunset, those ones are tough.
Yeah,
with-
when the sky is half the puzzle.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's all the same color.
Yeah,
That
you're like,
was-
no, thank you. We try not to do that to people in this scenario.
Huh.
Oh, where are we at? We're past 55. Well past.
Yeah.
57
55.
now.
Wow.
So do you think it'll be under an hour now? I think that's the question.
I think it will
Yeah.
be under an
Under an
hour.
hour?
I think that some people look like they have 2 minutes, 30
Well,
seconds.
girls in STEM just have
It's
they
so
got
hard to
that
tell.
bottom. They got that bottom area that's going to be tough.
And we're going to get Wicked Quick in here soon to see them, see where they're at. Here we go. Yeah, that one tray left.
Ooh, really? That's a good way of figuring it out, is how many pieces do they have left? That's probably a better
that's
indicator, than,
at my
than looking at the
competitions.
gaps.
Oh, but 3.5 men, though.
And it goes so fast at the end, too, because there's only so many spots that it can go into.
Yeah.
Right. So Sarah does, she runs like bar competitions where people come and speed puzzle and meet each other and hang out. And so have you seen anything like that when you've traveled? Or are we there? Are we almost there?
Almost.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Wicked Quick is almost there. Is it going to be
Oh my
Wicked
God.
Quick?
Oh,
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, they're
Wow.
done.
Oh, we got to judge the.
wow.
Oh,
Look how
flawless.
look at that slide.
Flawless.
That was
amazing.
good.
10 out of 10. I told people I would rate all of the burritos and
Yeah.
slide. That is the best
I
method.
missed it.
That was the.
You'll see it on the
that
next
was so
one.
smooth.
That was so
It was so
Yeah.
fast. It was smooth. It was so smooth. You didn't even have to see it.
That was a flawless execution of getting the puzzle off the table
Yeah,
for sure.
beautiful.
That was perfect.
Excellent work, you guys.
Neatly folded and then
Yeah,
right
that was-
into the
Okay,
box.
so we think Stemph is next.
You think they've practiced that? I think they probably.
Oh,
practiced
yeah. Okay,
That
let's
was
see what
not our
they're.
first time. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
box.
No, that was. Oh, there
Done.
it is, girls.
Love
Wow.
that.
Okay.
Amazing. Ooh,
So that is a really,
So they're going-
really tight.
Trifold.
their side.
Yep.
Yeah, so you burrito almost
Yeah.
like you fold one side and the other. That one was not as smooth, but still great. It didn't seem like there was a lot of.
The first
don't
team
know,
was
like
like
a
an assembly
blowout.
line. It was
Yeah.
just, that was just quick. Yeah.
I feel like that's a very fitting. Oh wait, we don't even know what the next puzzle is yet.
Oh yeah. Gosh. Okay. Here.
It's a surprise.
Oh, wow.
There. I think it's
Where
over
is
by
it?
Claire, you can unveil it.
Where? It's right there. You wanna?
Yeah, you can grab the next one.
This one?
It's in the bag.
This bag?
You guys
Drum
can
roll.
unwrap it for us.
All you.
I was too excited judging the burritos.
All right, this is going to be
Yep.
a fun reveal.
Let's see. What is it?
Ooh.
Ooh, is that who is? I
It's
think it is.
Nathaniel. It's this. I believe it's
It
Nathaniel.
I like
looks-
that.
It's giving a Nathaniel.
Yes.
Oh, of course it is.
So the next one
Oh, I was
to
hoping
show
for
up
Paris
at the
finals.
it's Nathaniel Mortensen, who we know and love, and it's called Charmed Cottage.
Oh my gosh.
What
I
are
love the
your
colors on
thoughts?
that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little sleeping baby dragon. Stop. Every time Nathaniel, I do not like fantasy. I
Yeah.
don't read fantasy books. I don't watch really fantasy movies. But every time Nathaniel comes out with a puzzle, I'm like, I want to be in this. Like, I want to live in that little hobbit hole that he has going on in this image. It's adorable.
Yes.
I don't know if we've showed it yet on screen. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, they'll get to it, but yeah,
but-
I mean, I think
well, I
they're
mean, we gotta
trying
finish-
to show
we gotta-
3.5 men
yeah.
finish. Yep.
And Flip Sort Cry is up
yeah,
there
they're
right now.
close too. You're right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that team name.
Yeah, right. Isn't it so good? I think they win for my favorite one in this round.
That is a really good
Yeah.
team name.
I haven't
But
heard it yet.
Huzzah is my favorite. Huzzah!
I love that.
Can we get a camera on Pizzazz sometime?
I want a shirt, and like
I'll make a
I want
Pizzazz shirt.
A mead, like a thing of mead, and I want to be like, Huzzah. I'm just like so excited.
there was
about
a third finish already. and We missed it.
that. We missed it.
Thanks someone in the chat. Who is that?
How is
Amber.
that possible?
I was too excited about the
I know
Nathaniel
we
puzzle.
probably did. Miss
I ruined
Oh,
it. In
wait,
third place is
that's Girls in STEM.
yeah, but they
gosh.
finished already.
Three and a half men's
and,
Oh, and here we go. 3.5 men just finished.
Connor,
What are one,
Connor
1, 3?
is like me, where he likes to slam the table.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah.
have to learn to not, because I've had to. I think I scared Mari last year by slamming the table really hard when I finished at one point. I'll flip this around just in case we get shown.
Yeah.
I guess you can't really see it, but
Yeah, no, we're on, so now people can see it. So yeah,
our secondary
I
puzzle.
mean, what's interesting about this one is that I immediately think Charm Cottage looks really easy.
Yeah.
But then when I look at it closer, I'm like, there's a lot of wood in that puzzle.
The detail.
Yeah.
The detail he puts
I mean,
in.
it's colorful.
Oh,
and
it
there's
was,
a lot of detail, but still.
It was. I'm trying to get Puzzle Ostriches was third.
Oh,
I'm
no
so
way.
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, sorry teammates. I love you guys.
Sorry, we missed it.
Michaela used to be my arch nemesis.
Oh my gosh.
She didn't know it, but she was. We grew up in the same, she lives in Duluth and I was in the Twin Cities, so a couple hours apart in Minnesota. And I was like, who is this girl that is getting really good times on sprints? I need to find her and I need to beat her. And then I never really did because she's really fast. And then we became best friends, so it worked out really nicely.
Yeah, and the number 2 pair in the world in 2023.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That was,
Oh, wow.
that was so fun.
Yeah.
That one I did a swear on the live stream on accident. By accident.
It's okay. I mean, we're not going to get like banned or anything, I don't think.
I'm not going to get a...
We should get some pointers from you on what we're doing here because,
No,
It's
you
been a
guys-
flawless
you guys are crushing
performance.
it.
I watched the ones last year, the live streams last year
Oh, you
too. They
did?
were great watching. Yeah.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, thanks.
I've
It's-
noticed
it's-
sorry,
okay.
there is a lot of green in the new one too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
wallpaper. But I love the detailing on it. I'm going to flip this around because I want to look at it
Yeah,
more.
no, go look at
Nathaniel,
it more.
I think he is an incredible artist just in general, but then also an incredible puzzle artist because he thinks, okay, so if a puzzler is working on this, how will this section trip them up and how can I make it so it's at least fun, a fun, tricky
Yeah.
section, or there's, a little something in here like a knot of the wood is changed a little bit so that he can make it a little bit
'Cause
easier
it kind
for
of
someone.
goes like light shaded to dark shaded,
Yeah.
like dark greens, then it goes light to
Exactly.
dark kind of thing.
I
Yeah.
do like how there's so many individual objects that are so, I guess they're just unique to
Yeah.
that one object. So then you can kind of, people who are very good at placing can kind of just go ahead and place all those. The people who look at the puzzle box.
Yeah.
Are you just like coveting right now? Like, ooh, I want to do this. Are you like kind of puzzled out after this morning?
I
think
mean,
Peter could.
I
could
could
have
probably
done,
do
like,
one
5
more. Yeah.
puzzles.
Yeah, I was just going to ask. If you got, are you guys? Okay, well, I just noticed that Nathaniel is here in the wings, so I think we're going to say goodbye to
Awesome.
Peter and Claire, but you guys are the best.
It
We're
was
so glad
so
you were
great
here
chatting
this
with you.
It
weekend.
was great meeting you guys.
This was
And
so
Yeah.
much fun. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you've been great, and we loved watching you, and just thanks so much for being here.
hope to see
We'll
you guys
see you
again
at-
next year.
Yeah,
Other
me
place
too.
nationals, maybe
Yeah.
we'll meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, come back. Yeah,
Definitely.
we want you to come back. This was great.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks so much.
We're back, and guess who we have?
I know. I'm so excited. You're back, and we're so thrilled that you came back again this year. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I am
Yeah.
so happy to be back here. So honored to be able to do this 3 times.
I know.
It's so
You're like a
exciting.
mainstay now. I feel like you can't ever quit doing
No.
puzzle art,
I'm not
Nathaniel,
gonna
because
quit.
we want you to come back every time. I mean, everybody loves your puzzles.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't know Nathaniel, one of the most amazing human beings on the planet, super great artist, and he just came out on a podcast with Rob and talked about basically like how you make all of these amazing images, including this one. Maybe, I don't know, did you talk about like
No,
maybe
I
No,
did
reference
yes,
it?
let's talk. Well, he can't talk about it in
I
advance.
told Rob was that I was working on something and that I had a puzzle coming out this year.
Yeah.
That's all I could tell him.
Was 100% a shock to me when yesterday I was just standing around, minding my own business, and Nathaniel comes up, and I was like, Nathaniel's here. It better be the pair's final puzzle. And then I was like, oh, that's a 500, and so probably not, because yours deserve more than 500 pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
With the detail. There's too much detail.
It's
to
been
do
incredibly
500.
hard to keep his presence here like under wraps because Ravensburger was basically like, well, we're putting Ingrid and Greg on the schedule, but Nathaniel's coming, but we haven't really announced that. And we're like, yeah, we don't want to give them all the information, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
So we've been kind of keeping it. And
I
then-
didn't even know,
yeah,
and I feel like
yeah.
I figure everything
I know,
out.
you're a good little detective there for trying to
It was
figure this
very
stuff
challenging to not tell anybody of anything.
Right.
It's like, holding it inside.
You didn't tell me you were coming?
I didn't tell anybody I was coming.
Oh, but this
I want
is
to surprise
beautiful.
you all. I know, and it's a nice surprise. So tell us about the image because it's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, so I've always wanted to do this image for a long time. Of course, I always thought I was going to be like illustrating like the outside of like a little cottage that was kind of inspired by like the Shire. And I really loved all of the cozy puzzles that Ravensburger has done.
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah.
And
cozy
that
line.
inspired me to be like, well, I would like to try to do my own kind of cozy one. And I thought of the Shire. I have a love for, when I was in college, I took a lot of creative writing courses. And so I just love that fantasy element and the creative writing. And I wanted to create the story. And so that's where the inspiration came from. But I wanted to do something, really different that felt like it was my vision and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Aw.
Well, I think this is incredible. The first thing I said when I took it out was the cute little dragon
Everyone
sleeping.
said the same
Like,
thing.
stop.
So-
Because it's like a little dog.
The fun thing is, I always was going to do a dragon, and I put a little bed, and I said, I'm going to do a dragon here. And then I just left it. And I illustrated the entire puzzle. The dragon was literally the last thing that I put into the puzzle.
Aww.
And so, I was
perfect.
like, yeah, I will. Don't worry, Rachel. Rachel's my product manager. And I was like, don't worry, I'm going to put a little dragon right here. And I just made her wait.
That's so cute. I gotta take it even closer.
Well,
look again.
okay, so yes, you said you have like a story in mind. So what's the story?
Well,
that
there's a
is-
lot of
yeah.
little elements in here that are kind of fun. As you know, I like to hide things in my puzzles and mention like old puzzles into new puzzles. And so if you look at the image, there's magical potions in this image, referencing my first puzzle that I created.
Yes, which I
there's
remember
also
that. Yeah.
A little yarn basket, which references my sheep puzzle. And then there's
Oh, I see
also, you probably can't see it from here, but this book has sketches of mushrooms on it.
Stop.
way.
I was wondering
Oh my
if this
gosh.
mountain, was maybe one of the mountains from the other
No.
ones. Because
No.
you did that in that one
I
other
did
puzzle.
that one. And then the chandelier, there's the center of the chandelier looks like a hot air balloon.
I was just going to
Stop.
ask, is there a hot air balloon in there
Yeah.
somewhere? Oh my gosh.
So-
That
that's
is
awesome.
one of my favorite puzzles of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hot air balloon
balloon
one from last
one.
year.
Yeah.
Not just because second place, but
No, but a lot
that
of
was a
people
beautiful puzzle.
Yeah, it was absolutely beautiful.
So there's a lot of those little elements that I put in there. One other thing that I'll kind of point out is the staff in the hallway is actually, so my father was a wood sculptor when I was younger, when I was like 8 years old, and he made that staff, that one with the dragon on it. He carved it out of wood. And so I took some images and I wanted to put his staff in the puzzle.
Oh, that's so cool.
I love
That's
a little
amazing. I
personal
know.
touch.
I love that we're getting this like little tidbits of knowledge because it just makes it that much more special.
Yeah.
I will say, like, all of your puzzles I keep. They stay on the shelf. Like, I do not swap. I do not give away because they are ones that I do want to do like over and over. And I think part of it is because it's so soothing. And there's just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what you're doing, Nathaniel. What secret sauce you're putting in there that just, it's just such a lovely vibe.
Yeah.
And like when you said the cozy series, I'm like, yes, that is what that feels like. It feels cozy and it just is such a nice warmth that you get
feel
from
like
your puzzles.
I want to do that puzzle, and I don't really re-listen to audiobooks either, but I really want to like read like Legends and Lattes and read. I think that's what that book was. It was like a kind of cozy romance about like, a mystical coffee shop, and that just, I don't know, it feels like it would be a good fit for that one.
Yeah.
Just like a nice little,
sure.
a cozy book. And that puzzle, I'm so excited that I don't have to do it in a competition, and I get to just sit and enjoy it all by
enjoy
myself.
it. Exactly. Do you listen to certain like things to like? Are you listening to Lord of the Rings soundtrack like when you're doing something like that? Like, what are you
That's a very good
listening
question.
to?
I listen to a lot of classical music, and I will admit, when I was illustrating this one, I did listen to a lot of like Hobbit theme songs.
Okay, nice.
Just to kind of get into the mood. And actually, when we were illustrating it, it was first going to be kind of a little bit more I don't know, there wasn't going to be like that magical element that we decided a little bit, like halfway into the puzzle, we're like, let's put a little magical twist to it and bring in that element. So we started putting in like the hat, the wizard hat, and the magical potions.
The owl, maybe,
the
yeah,
owl,
the owl,
and
yeah.
like the fireplace, there's some little magical sparks by the fireplace.
Yeah, it's a lovely puzzle. And I'm sure our book club, is so adorable and so pretty, but I do feel like people will be slightly relieved when they pull yours out because it's a little less like busy and it's probably going to give their brain a bit of a rest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit.
And it has your illustrations, even though they are digital, they tend to have more solid like outlines,
Like
not like an actual line,
like
but
structure.
it's not. I mean, I did like though that you have a little bit of a blendy kind of thing going on with the steam coming out of the teacup.
Yeah.
How cute!
I know,
That
it's
was
so cute.
This is just so adorable. I can't
And
handle
the
it.
colors are great.
Are
Thank
these
you.
in another one of this purple tree thing? You have,
There are some purple
but
stuff like
yours
that.
are going up. I
Yeah.
feel like in the other one.
Yeah, I love trees and nature, so I always want to bring nature into all of my puzzles in some way.
Yeah.
And so that bonsai tree was me wanting to keep, even though it was a scene in a house and a cottage, I really wanted to keep with the nature, bring in the plants.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've talked about it on a podcast or in a interview yet, but when we sat down last year at Nationals, the day after Nationals was done, and we sat down and did the hot air balloon puzzle together, and we talked about it. And you were talking about how each branch on every tree is 100% different from another branch
yes.
on that tree. Like you change the way a petal is, colored, and you flip flop
Yeah.
and flip it around
So
and everything.
we were talking about the twilight and the treetops, and I really wanted to add so much more detail to it because it was a 1,500 piece puzzle.
Oh, yeah.
And instead of just painting a bunch of like random stuff to look like leaves, I decided to create all the leaves in the puzzle. And so I had illustrated 30 different leaves, very detailed. And then I took those leaves and put them onto different branches, and I created like 25 different branches.
Yeah.
And then I took those branches and made bigger branches. And it became this kind of crazy thing to make all of the leaves and tree branches have really fine detail. So even when on a small piece, those large leaf detail is on those small, every piece.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Everything is 100%
That's so
different.
thoughtful.
Because I've seen other artists, and not like any shame on them or anything, because
yeah.
it's a lot to do that
It's a
work, and your
lot.
Right, it's
computer
a
has to
ton.
handle
My
all of that.
computer didn't really.
Yeah.
But some of them will, if there's a cow, they'll just flip the cow, like do
Oh,
a
sure.
horizontal
Yeah.
or
Yep.
vertical flip,
Horizontal, yeah,
horizontal flip,
whatever
yeah.
what it is. I don't know. I'm not an artist.
Vertical
but
flip
a little
would be
flip.
a little weird for a cow.
Oh yeah, it would flip up and down. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So it would flip it like to be, instead of facing right to left, it's left to right.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But like yours are just everything is 100% different, and it's just so incredible. Like I get
How many hours does that like a puzzle like this take you?
Well, this one I felt like was really special to me, and I wanted to give it really my all. And I mean, I do that with every puzzle. And this one took me around 4 months.
Oh,
It was
wow.
a really big project.
Wow.
But it's not about how long it takes me. It's about how beautiful the image can be when it's done. And I just want to make it the best it can be, and then it's done. So.
I will say that if Rachel comes to us and is like, so I'm thinking Nathaniel, we don't even have to see artwork at this point. We're just like, yes.
Yeah, whatever
okay,
it is.
100,
Put
sure.
it in.
Yep, up 100%. Yes,
Well,
of
I'll
course.
just keep illustrating then.
Keep going, yes,
yeah,
please.
please. I'm obsessed with all of them.
I
All of
know,
them.
they're all so great. I mean, one of the things that, I do feel like we're developing favorite artists. That's the only thing is probably, you guys are all sleuthing and you're like, well, they're going to have a Nathaniel, right? Like, or a Dean, because now this is
That's
like
true.
the
Oh,
third
yeah.
time in a row that we've had both of
I'm
you
not
in
mad
our,
about it. But it's fine because you're putting them in the
That's true.
qualifying
We're
round.
doing
so it's a
different.
little
We are
different.
switching it up a little bit
Yeah.
for sure. And that's, when we're providing 13,
Yeah.
Well, I
unpublished
understand
puzzles.
that Ravensburger wants to give all the artists the opportunity that I've been able to get. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
I mean, to have your puzzle be in the final or have your puzzle be on the table for everyone to see is such an amazing experience. And I do want everyone to be able to have that experience. And I think that they want that as well. And I think it's good for all, the artwork and to get people to know new artists
Right.
like me.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. Did you get a chance to meet Ingrid?
I have.
Oh,
yeah.
nice. Had
Actually,
you
she
met
lives
before?
only like 2 hours from me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. No, I have not met her before.
Okay.
But she's very, very lovely.
Yeah. No, it was fun talking to her this morning. So I feel like we're,
I
lucky
missed
to have
that.
two of you here today, which is great.
Watch it back.
Yeah. So you've been to, a couple of these now. What are you thinking about this year? This is a big change, being in a convention center with 100 tables. And were you shocked at how big it's become?
Well, I'm shocked, but there's so much demand and so many people that want to do it. I know that last time the thing sold out so fast, people were worried they weren't going to get a slot.
Yeah, right.
So we did know that there was going to be a lot more people that would want to come. We did change, all the way across the country to a different place.
Right,
Obviously,
right.
I actually live nearby, so I was able to drive here, which was nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But it was very exciting, and it's wonderful to see all the people. And I don't know, it's overwhelming to know how many people are here, because I just was talking to Rachel in Ravensburger, and I was like, so you're telling me that there's like 4 times more people that are in here in the competition.
Yeah.
And that kind of blew my mind.
Yeah. I mean, total, we have almost 1,200 competitors,
Wow.
I think, here
That's
this
incredible.
weekend.
I think you guys finally beat out
Winter Carnival, are we? We
I'll have
wondered
to
about
look.
that because I wasn't sure how many distinct puzzlers
Yeah,
they had
it's
at
hard
Winter
to
Carnival.
tell with distinct versus just like, okay, a team is 4 people, so that
Right.
just counts as 4
Right.
people,
Yep.
but they might be in all of them. I'll have to check that out. I'll do
Yeah.
I'll text Cynthia.
I was proud of us for being the second biggest in the world after
Yeah.
Worlds in terms of a championship.
Yeah.
But I still didn't know on Winter Carnival.
Yeah, I'm not
because
sure
it's
either.
So
it was
massive.
close to 1,200 this year.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a different beast.
Yeah.
Also,
Well,
Minnesota and winter.
I was just going to say, you guys are doing an amazing job.
Oh,
I mean,
thanks.
this event is my favorite event of the year.
Oh,
it's a
thanks.
highlight, and I look forward to it. As soon as I found out my puzzle was going to be in it, I am just excited and just waiting, hard to wait. But
It's hard to wait.
Yeah. Well, for us too, it's like we know about the images months before, and then we have to just not say anything, and we're all like, but I want to tell them how cool it all is. Because literally we were so excited when we saw images coming and getting to, talk about what rounds and what we were going to do. And yeah, it's really hard to keep that under our hat for sure.
Yeah.
I think they were going to check in with some of the top teams now to see how they're doing on your puzzle.
Yeah.
well, I noticed.
Maybe show the
right
puzzle again
away-
too.
I noticed right away that as soon as they opened it up, I looked over a few seconds later, and the border was almost done.
Oh, really?
I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Is this one
Yeah.
have an easy border? Oh,
I
that
think
top
that's-
border.
I was
Woofda.
going to say the top border might be a little challenging because, again, there's a lot of wood on the border. So you've got a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I mean, these folks, I don't know, they're incredible. It's I've just been amazed with how much the level of competition has gone up. It's really just,
What
it's
kind
amazing.
of cheese is that in that puzzle?
Brie cheese.
The brie.
Yeah.
What
Well,
do you
so
got?
my
some
wife
figs.
wanted the teacup and figs. She loves figs.
Oh,
Yeah.
And so I put the little figs and
I
teacup.
don't think
That's
I've
for my
ever
wife.
had a fig.
Oh, they're yummy. Have you ever had fig jam on a
I've
sandwich?
had a fig Newton, and that's not good.
Oh, yeah. A really good thing is a sandwich with prosciutto and fig jam and then honey. Oh my
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's a nice compliment, sweet.
We
but
all
not
just
too
want to be
sweet.
in the puzzle.
I know, we do. We want to be in
Someday
the puzzle.
I'll get me or one of my dogs in your puzzles.
Yeah.
It'll happen.
I feel like Ravensburger needs to get going on some kind of VR puzzle situation where you're you're in
yeah,
your
you're in the puzzle.
doing the puzzle.
There was a very cool, I don't know if we're allowed to talk about other companies that
Yeah,
were
you
here,
can
but I was
mention them.
downstairs and there's a company that has candles that you burn during specific TV shows or movies that have smells
What?
of that
I have got
situation.
time to
Yeah,
go shopping.
environment.
It was so cool. I was Mystical Treehouse, I want
What?
to say. They were
Okay.
super cool. I talked to them last night, and
Yeah.
I was like, "You guys need to do one with certain puzzles.
Yes.
That puzzle.
That's
Your
true.
puzzle could definitely has a scent. It has some maybe
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like
Warm
Gandalf
smells.
I don't know, a
You need a little tobacco in there.
Yeah,
Yep,
and
yep.
some sort
Yep.
of wood, but then also
a
something
little
magical,
kind of
a fruity-
honey
yeah.
and a cidery kind of, yeah.
Some candle company, get out here.
Yeah, get on
We gotta
it.
get on it.
Do matching candles to puzzles. Or, when you're not busy, Nathaniel, you could just start a candle company.
Yeah.
Just
I'm
like
sure
a
you have
side
time.
hustle.
And the other, you only spent 4 months on this. So, I mean, I'm sure you have some extra time.
No, right, yeah. Along those lines, I'm looking for a candle that smells like the Pirates of the Caribbean
Oh,
ride.
they have
Did
that
they
on
have
Etsy.
that?
They have it on Etsy.
Well, I know, but I just never
Just smells
think
like
to like go
chlorine.
and order it. I know. No, it's
Chlorine?
bromine.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I love that smell,
The
though.
Pirates of the Caribbean ride is like
It does smell good.
my ultimate vibe. I love everything about that experience. So yeah, I need one of those
my
candles.
gosh.
I gotta go look. I'm
They
jealous
got
of your
'em.
shopping experience. Maybe I'll just ditch the pairs final and you and Rob can do it and I'll go shopping.
There have been some other companies that have done candle puzzle pairing, like
Oh, really?
in a box. But I actually
What?
think that the candles were not safe ones.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I think that maybe is something that another company should.
Yeah.
I feel like Ravensburger could do that.
Ravensburger
They're
could do
pretty.
that.
They're
Yeah.
pretty smart. But yeah, I love.
I did want to ask Nathaniel, are you doing anything else at the con? Like, do they have you going down and doing anything at the exhibitor area? Or
I'm going to be signing puzzles.
Okay.
Okay.
I think between 5 and 6.
okay.
I'm not sure what else. They've been telling me all kinds of things, like do this, do that, but they just tell me right before I do it. So
Okay.
I'm just here.
You're
I'm
just
enjoying
following.
myself and going along with whatever they ask me to do.
Well, that is very nice of you to be like here and just hanging out with the puzzles. I'm sure when people saw you walking around, they were like, "Wait, what? What is happening?" So that's cool. Have you had a lot of people coming up to you?
Yeah, a
Do
lot
they
of
recognize
people,
you?
Yeah, a lot of people have recognized me. Some people that I haven't met before, probably because of the new location, and that was really nice to meet some new people.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You had some people recognizing you yesterday when we were chatting.
Yeah.
That was so fun. I love.
It's amazing.
I love
I
it.
really do love the puzzle community. I feel very blessed to have kind of fallen into it. And it really is like a big joy for me. I mean, I really love it.
Aw, we're so grateful that you're here, and just thank you so much for everything you do with your imagery. Like, you provide such a lovely experience for so many people. It's just a pleasure. Like, we just love working on your images, and yeah, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
I'll
of
let you go
course.
back
Okay.
and look
Go
around.
enjoy
but-
watching people put
Yeah,
together
now I
your,
can go watch
your
people
art.
build it.
Right? Yeah.
I
So
love it.
thanks
Well,
for
thank
hanging
you so
out.
much for having
Yeah,
me. Thank you,
of
guys.
course.
Did
Well,
you miss us?
Yeah.
We're
we
back.
we had to stand up for 2 seconds.
Yeah, this is a long one. We're about halfway through, almost halfway through.
Yeah. But
We-
no finishers yet.
Was I done by now? I can't remember. Honestly,
I would have to go back and look, actually.
Yeah,
I
it doesn't
think
matter.
you were done. Yeah, I think by now you were done. Or you were.
these puzzles are the first one was much harder than either of the ones that we had. So, does not surprise me that it's taking a little longer.
Yeah, I think I'm terrible at like remembering all these times today. Usually I feel like I can call back and go, oh yeah, it was this. But I'm like, no, not quite there right now.
Oh, we have someone new joining
Yes,
us.
we're going to have a guest. Briefly, we're going to visit with William and get the score. So
Head
what's
judge?
going on? Yeah, head judge.
The top 5 teams, it is exciting. It is
Yeah.
very close. We think Wicked Quick might be pulling out ahead. So there's a couple teams that are not far behind, but it's going to be very, very close. So we'll see what happens.
Wow, that's incredible. I love being out on the floor. I haven't really gotten to do that a whole lot this year, so that's like your whole thing. And your ears, we all see you on the live stream.
I mean, we've made it like super official with William. Like he's,
Lisa's saying hi to you in the chat.
Hi,
You're
Lisa.
Lisa, not my mom.
It's the other half of Orange County Speed Puzzlers. How you doing over there? I will tell you, being out on the floor, we've had a record number of use of Shandling shims, which was not something we were going for.
Oh, really?
But they are everywhere.
Is it because of the franticness of getting the second puzzle open, basically?
Yes.
Yeah.
I also think that we have a lot of new puzzlers who aren't used to opening puzzle bags that quickly, and with all that energy, it's puzzle pieces
Chip
are going
bag.
flying.
Okay, we have to ask because we were sitting here watching with Claire and Peter when Wicked Quick finished, and we were like, okay, that's A+ rating on how they get that puzzle put away. It was the smoothest, fastest operation ever.
Yeah.
What did you think? Like seeing it up close, were
I
there
was
pieces going everywhere, or did it go in as neatly as it looked?
Everything looked as neatly as you saw it.
Wow.
Or it went as,
Yeah.
I was very impressed, and our teams almost seem to have practiced that, or at least talked it
They
through.
had to have. I think they had to have worked on that
We
technique.
practice, and we don't practice.
Okay.
We practice that.
Really, you do? Okay.
The
Are you
seconds
going to
count,
steal their
right?
technique, or do you do it
We
the same
exact
way?
same.
Oh, you do.
If anyone has a better idea than burritoing it, you better tell me because I want to get faster at that even. But I think we crush it.
Yeah.
I'll also
no.
say that we have a great number of volunteers, and for this team's competition, because we have the transition between two different puzzles, sometimes we're able to double up on judges, and one judge focuses on taking the score the first time of a team, and the other one is focused on just making sure we have a clean transition for teams. And
That's
that's
really
been very
smart.
successful.
Yeah.
And we have to give credit for some of our volunteers who are working right alongside us the whole weekend.
Yeah.
So Daphne and her sister Karen from Europe, I think Germany and the Netherlands respectively.
Yep.
And then there's a mother-daughter team, Jen and Katie, that we're so thankful for. And of course, we've also had a returning judges, Sue and Trish, who've gone to Spain with us as well. So
Yeah. Oh, I know.
this community of judges is
I
just
know.
growing.
Yeah,
And it's like not all of them even puzzle. They don't puzzle at all.
Yeah.
They just come to do the volunteering and to help out, which is
I encourage
crazy.
doing that.
Yeah.
Come to just hang out. The vibes are so good here.
Looks
So
like
these-
we're looking at the top three. Sorry, I was just going to quick
Yeah.
bring
Oh,
it
yeah.
back for a second. So it's looking like we
Oh
got
my gosh,
Wicked
Wicked
Quick,
Quick. Holy
Women in
buckets. It might-
STEMP, and then is that Flip Sort Cry?
Oh,
Or
I guess
who
it's
is
not
that?
on yet.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, it's the next thing that's coming
Okay.
up. I'm sorry.
By the way,
I'm
there's-
so
You're
bad
good.
at this.
Those shirts are amazing for Flip Sort Cry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
So
haven't really
funny.
seen the shirts.
They have aliens on it?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if
I'll
that
have
was
to
for
see that.
Simi or for some other theme, but it
I
was
love it.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll say that these Ravensburger puzzle designs are incredible.
Yeah, we just talked to Nathaniel. So fun.
So I told him, okay, it looks like just the wood grain is left for a lot of these teams. And he said, aha, pro tip,
Really?
all the different wood grain that you see in that image have different textures, different direction, and different colors of wood grain. So I told him, I can't wait to get home and do this one. These puzzles are just gorgeous. Ravensburger has done such a great job.
They really have.
Absolutely.
And Val, you knew that I was able to take a factory tour, right?
Yes. Oh, I
Yeah.
wanted to ask you about that. Yeah.
So I
Tell us
went
about the
with
factory tour.
Yvonne and Karen and Tammy. And actually, for anyone who hasn't seen the factory tour, they should take a look at Karen Puzzle's YouTube channel. She did a great recap of our
Yeah,
visit there.
everybody should check that out because it's so fun to watch.
Totally.
Yeah.
And then also Two Puzzle Unicorns on YouTube. Both of those.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Both of those YouTube channels have a great recap
I
video.
was so jealous. If you
I
guys
am
all
so
going,
jealous as well.
So what
I
questions
know.
do you have from it? Like-
Well, I mean, I just don't even know where to start because for one, watching it, I was like, the scale of it
Oh,
seems
yeah.
incredible. Like the machines all look giant.
Yeah.
And it's like the warehouse is
Yeah.
like just it's kind of hard to fathom. It looked like an aircraft carrier.
Can we
hangar
pause
or
for a
something.
second?
Yes.
Holy
Yeah, okay.
buckets.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look at who is that we're looking.
Wicked
That's Wicked
quick.
Quick.
Is it Wicked? Oh
Yes.
yeah, Wicked Quick is close.
Yeah.
I thought that maybe it was the angle that the camera was at that it just made it look more full, but no.
They have only
Yeah.
the wood grain
They
left
are
right now.
Literally
What's
like
Yeah. They're making up
minutes.
so much time in this
small
because
minutes away.
I mean, they could be 5 minutes away, which would put them at doing this puzzle in 35, which would be like the first puzzle in the last round.
You can't see my face right now, but I am in shock.
Rightfully so.
I'm scared.
So
You're scared.
Crap, I have to go against them tomorrow.
people who watched the live stream last year will remember that Mari's interview, she talked about the Wicked Quick's belief that a team, they believe that a team that puzzles often and practices and develops communication, like strong communication, will perform faster than a fast team. So
We were talking about that in the last one.
What's crazy, though, is they all are, as individuals, incredibly fast, too.
oh my goodness, yes.
So it's not like, all of that is compensating for any one because, you put them all in an individual round and they're all in the top 10 as well.
So good.
They're all really talented puzzlers. But definitely, learning how to work together as a team, you can tell they are clicking. They know how to. They've gotten the system.
Yeah.
is
They
what
got
I'm-
it down.
The
With
words
enough
I'm looking
practice.
for. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
And Sarah, you know how much like bumping there is in those
yeah.
team competitions. So it's like those little bumps, like those like arm bumping or like reaching over, that time counts, right? It
Yeah.
adds up.
Yeah.
And we're not seeing that from Wicked Quick because
Seriously.
they've practiced and they have that communication, right?
Yeah, Lauren and I will literally, sometimes I will be standing with, my arms on both sides of her at one point. I'll be putting a piece in around her. So, yeah, it's definitely helpful to be puzzling on a team, the same team.
Without a doubt.
Yes.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, these
Sorry I
final
interrupted
seconds.
the
No, not at all.
But
No,
holy
it's-
buckets.
People can check out Karen's YouTube video to see that
no,
tour.
I know.
Go watch it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I do have questions
The
because
scale, like you asked
the scale
Val,
of it
yeah.
is crazy.
The final part
mean-
of the warehouse tour was honestly, it looked like the Indiana Jones warehouse from the end.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Yeah, the
it
end
was
of
like,
the
oh, this
film.
is where they're hiding the Ark of the Covenant
Yes.
somewhere in here. Yeah,
That's what it felt
looked
like. 9 stories tall of just pallets and pallets of Ravensburger puzzles.
crazy.
It felt like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory
Great.
as we were walking through. It was
Well, and
incredible.
The other thing is the archive, the fact that they just have a room with
Yeah.
like every puzzle they've ever made, which
so
is
well
just like,
presented,
oh,
so well
man.
preserved, so
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
much care goes into it. A lot of people
Oh my gosh.
love Ravensburger puzzles, and Ravensburger takes pride in what they do.
Yeah,
Everyone
yeah,
that we met
yeah.
takes such pride.
Yeah.
And it's such an honor to get to do these puzzles at this national competition. And we're getting to see these beautiful designs
Yep.
again, year after year.
I'm just.
It's getting
I can't.
so-
I'm
Yeah.
glued.
I was going to say, I am glued. It is getting so close. William, do you need to run off? Or are you going to have to monitor? Are you
we
okay?
are well covered.
Okay,
but,
you're covered.
But as soon as you want me to say
no,
goodbye,
no,
I'm
you're
happy
good.
to.
You
but
can hang out.
the floor is actually really well covered right
Okay.
now.
I just know in the past, like
Yeah.
it's sometimes a little scary if
Yeah.
they're really close, but
It is.
I bet
Oh, you
I'm
mean like
sure you're
last round?
correct.
We've done some really great training this year.
Yeah.
and
you did a good job.
I was actually told to sit down. Would you believe me if I was told? Go sit down, take a break.
Yeah,
Wow.
I do appreciate that these
Oh.
folks know what they're doing.
Senf.
Did you talk about the
Some-
baby dragon in the bottom right
Yeah.
corner?
Yes.
Okay, great. Check.
We got
Good.
that.
He was like, that's the
Most
first thing
important part.
he was like, I drew in the pillow, the little pillow it sits on first, and then I drew the actual dragon last. Oh yeah,
I don't
here
know,
we
they're
go. We're
catching
seeing
up.
all three. Yeah, are they? Are they catching up?
Well, I mean,
Yep.
I
Oh
don't
my
know if they're
gosh.
catching up enough to beat them, but they
Yeah.
are. They have greatly improved since last I.
I think Wicked Quick's got it.
Oh, yeah.
Like they're coming in first in this round.
Can I share that
I
as a
think.
judge? One of the things that we look for is how quickly is the team going to finish versus will they remove the puzzle tray in a good amount of time for us to visually be able to see the entire
that's
puzzle?
a really good
Yeah.
point.
So if you are
Need to get
listening
that out of the
in,
way.
yeah, as you get to your last few pieces, try to clear the puzzle tray itself off the puzzle field so we can more quickly validate your finish time.
Yeah.
That will help ensure
Oh, they're
the
about to do-
perfect finish.
Yep, they're doing.
Thank
they're
you.
we missed
converting,
that, though. We didn't
merging.
get to watch it.
Yeah, they're
Well
merging.
done, Wicked Quick.
Yeah.
Clearing
But they
the puzzle
just
tray.
slid all
I was
of their
gonna say.
pieces from one tray to the other, so they're all on one tray, which is
Oh.
smart. As we've talked about earlier, getting all of your pieces into one section when you're getting
Yep.
towards the end there, it just helps out so much so you're not looking in 6 different places for your piece. I don't know.
And at this
3.5
point-
men are also going real quick.
Yeah, they are.
They're a really quiet table.
They are.
They
They're
are.
not. I'm not seeing a lot of chatter or
There
talk
isn't.
happening over there.
No
I
one's
agree with
laughing
you.
like my team.
Sarah said she was the one trying to keep them on task this morning. She was like, "You guys focus."
Well, that's a change.
I know. It's some days it's just. I'm
It is remarkable
serious.
to see
I'm
these
the
hands
puzz
flying.
kill.
I love that that's a team name. It's
All
coming.
right, here we
Here it
go.
is. Is it done?
Incredible.
1:36:04.
Incredible.
Yeah. They did that in just a little over 36 minutes. It was about
Okay,
30.
so there was a
38.
10-second penalty.
Oh, was there?
Yeah, I heard Mari shout out, we don't have it, it's not there, and Becca started counting.
Okay.
So what we'll see is we'll probably see
Yeah. So it'll maybe be 146. Or sorry, 136:14 maybe.
when you heard the celebration is probably when the end of the counting happened.
Yeah, I bet you're right.
We're getting pretty darn precise.
Yeah.
We're getting
you
comfortable with this
are.
new time
You
rule
are,
with
yeah.
the missing pieces.
Yep.
Oh, they found it.
Oh, did they
of
find
course.
it?
I think they put one
Of
in there.
course they find it later.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Hey, but still counts.
Well, they got their
Yep.
10 seconds.
And it's a safe lead. Nobody was right
Yeah.
behind them.
It is such an honor to get to watch these puzzlers close up.
It really is.
Yeah.
I sometimes wonder if that's why people volunteer. Because
Well,
they're
It
like,
is
hey, I want to
fun.
be near the action. Yeah.
As one of the world's okayest puzzlers, I'm literally in the 50th
on that team?
percentile.
Yeah.
I'm not,
Oh,
but
there's a
I
team.
identify with
World's
them so
okayest
much.
Puzzlers.
Yeah.
Isn't that great? I love
Yeah.
that.
As someone who's literally like the 50th percentile, and every time I do a competition, I'm okay with that. But
Yeah.
that's why I judge or event organize. Like,
Yeah.
it brings me a different type of joy. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? I mean, you get the
Yeah.
best of both worlds as number 2.
Wow, I'm really going to get us taken off with all this copyrighted music. I keep singing in perfect key.
No, I think you're.
Thank
I
you,
think you're
Hannah
so-
Montana.
Yeah. It's a little after my time, but I still love her.
Okay, we're gonna
Oh my
see. We're
gosh.
gonna see 2.5 men in there, and so that
3.5.
would be an upset because 3.5 because girls in STEM were a little bit ahead of them
No,
in
I
the
think they're
last
still.
round.
I think they're still.
You think
ahead.
they're still ahead?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because.
But we missed puzzle ostriches. Where are puzzle ostriches?
I hope we'll get some eyes
Yeah.
on them. Just let the chat know we aren't in charge of where the cameras are.
Yes, we
Or-
would love to be in charge of the cameras, but
I was talking to someone. We
have
need to
to-
get some of the NFL like ones that are on the strings. You know.
zoom over the room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we totally need that.
I mean, it would be awful because it'd be so annoying. Okay, nope. That looks like a cat. Was that Kat's arm or is that Michaela's arm? I cannot tell. Oh, it's Michaela's. I see there's a gear
because-
shift on there, I think.
Yep.
Are we seeing any shape sorting? Is that what we're seeing a little
No.
bit?
So I think this is puzzle
Oh,
ostriches
maybe.
you were just seeing a little bit ago. Now we're on girls in STEM.
And now we're at 3.5.
Yeah, it's going to be really
my
tight
God.
between these three. It is going to be neck and neck for these.
So
They
3.5 right now have a tray and pieces, which you might think, oh, that's not very smart, but it's so that they can all reach. You know,
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Especially there's one challenge for Connor. His arms aren't long enough as long as.
I was seeing him reach over to his right hand side. So
Yeah.
you're exactly
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Where the
pieces are
arm
close.
span. And I know that Wicked Quick, that's a big focus for them. They're constantly shifting around based
Yeah,
on
yep.
where people need to be reaching. So that's always very impressive to watch that level of communication. All right,
Amazing.
here
This
they
is
come.
so incredible. This is time where I would just be so annoying to my poor teammates and just be slamming pieces in every single spot that I could possibly put them in. I'm more of a just try it until it fits rather than a methodical. I
Yeah.
would never shape sort. I hate sorting by shape. It kills morale for me.
Okay, this is going to be fun because, well, I guess Connor's just kind of going. He's taking the pieces and just going wherever they go. For a second, I thought he was going to just like work on that lower bit and just go across. But
He's two-handing it.
yeah, he is.
He's so good.
And I see Kyle being really methodical with
Yeah.
finding the piece, looking at it, and finding the place.
See, and it's hard when you have both of those people on your team because you might have, if you're the person that's just trying to put it in whatever, you might have the piece the other person's looking for in your hand. So I always let my teammates know if I'm about to do that style. Like, hey, if you're looking for this piece, just take it out of my hand.
And for me as a novice, that's when
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I would love to shape sort because then I can do all the three outs,
Yeah,
and
ooh.
then
So
I
I
just
need
have
someone
them
like
all.
you on my team then. Maybe we'll just kick Lauren out.
No. We love Lauren.
Love you, Lauren. She's not listening. Oh.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wait.
Puzzle tray was taken off. Very good.
Ostriches.
Puzzle
Yay.
ostriches.
Amazing. They came up from behind there. We
Yeah.
missed, I know. I'm so sorry, everyone. I know someone pointed out in the chat that
Yeah,
we missed their
it.
first finish.
We did.
But here we
And
are.
now
We
they
got
are
their
in
second.
That's fantastic.
Oh, I'm
and
so
girls in
proud
STEM
of
are also
them.
really close.
So this is going to bode very interestingly for the finals. That is when we're all going to be on our feet watching and needing to really be engaged.
Tomorrow afternoon, everybody got to come and check out the team final. It is going to be intense. The fact that all of the rounds both rounds, pretty close. Oh, thanks for joining us, William. It looks like you got to get back.
I'm going to go get Wicked Quick over, right?
Well,
We're about to get we'll give them a little bit.
Okay, as soon as we see third place.
Missing a piece. You could hear them. We could hear them searching for it.
And they got it within the 10-second time.
Amazing.
Yeah, very good.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Wonderful.
All right, well, I'm going to bring them over for you.
Yeah,
see you soon.
You feel free to let them decompress a little if they need to, but yes,
I'm
bring
sure
them over
they'll
when
have
they're ready.
Nice sip of water too.
Yes,
they just did a cute little dance and we missed it on
we missed
the women in
the
STEM.
girls in STEM. Yeah.
Oh, they did a cute dance. So we're gonna have to make them do that on the live stream. I don't know what it was, but I missed it. Oh, and then we're about to have 3.5 men finish.
Yep, they're almost
I think
done.
once they're done, we'll have Wicked
Yeah,
Quick
then we
join
can
us.
bring. Yep.
Oh my gosh, here they come. Okay, and
Yeah, there it is.
there it is. That was a smaller
142. No
table-
piece miss for
table
them.
snack. Incredible
so that's
work.
4 finishers in 142.16 approximately. So that round took a little longer.
A little
than
longer,
the first
but
one. A little
now
longer.
we have some time to talk to some of our
Yeah,
favorite
let's get
people.
some winners over here. All right, you can turn on.
Oh yes, let's turn on everyone's mics here.
All
Welcome,
right.
friends.
Yes.
Hello, and make sure
Hello.
you get nice and close to the microphone so everyone
Yeah.
can hear you at home.
Yeah.
You meant to each other.
Both of those things. Yes, get real up in there. I mean, like facing the mic.
Yeah.
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 Introduce yourselves so that everyone at home knows who you are. Wicked Quick.
Great. I'm Emma Pan from Cambridge, Massachusetts.
I'm Emily Chandran. I'm originally from Massachusetts, but recently moved to New Hampshire.
I'm Sammy Brownlow. I'm from Westport, Connecticut.
I'm Mari Black. I'm from Cambridge, Massachusetts. And this is Clem
Oh yes.
and Koo and Chambi. And Hugh is protecting team headquarters. As is
They have
important.
team mascots. I don't know if
Yep.
we were on camera when they were showing off their mascots, but
Yes.
they're our special friends.
Yes. People who are familiar with you, they know the mascots. Yeah, because this isn't your first time at the live stream commentary area because you guys all rock it and you're always like placing in the top. So how are you feeling after that round?
Pretty good. Pretty happy with how things went.
All right, everyone, keep on puzzling. Just a quick
The
announcement
first puzzle was
here.
definitely challenging.
We have our top 3
Yeah.
finishers.
We kind of had to one piece at a time our way through that
In
puzzle.
third place, we have Girls in STEM.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Allie's
In
doing some
second
announcements.
place, we
Yeah,
have the
she's gonna just
Puzzle
announce we got the top
Ostriches.
3.
And in first place, they're on the live stream, so they can sort of cheer. Okay, good. In first place, we have Wicked Quick.
So
Great
yeah.
job, everyone. Keep on puzzling. You've got an hour and 15 minutes left. You're doing a great job.
Plenty of time.
I was going to say what's great though is the first one took you, a little longer than the last puzzles in the last division. It was, close to an hour, around 58, 55, something around there. But then the next one was very fast. Like you
I've no
no
concept.
no
What happened? What happened?
I think you finished the second one in only like 37 minutes. 38 minutes maybe, something like
we
that.
aren't math. We don't
Yeah,
know
I'm
how
not
to
great at math.
We need the
You'll have to verify. Yeah, verify it.
They'll tell us all about it.
But Nathaniel's puzzle went very fast. So yeah, what was the
loved it.
feeling? Oh, really?
As soon
Yeah.
as it came out, I was just like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, good.
The first puzzle, it's beautiful artwork. Like it came out of the box, and it's another showstopper. There are a lot of showstopper puzzles, I think, in the teams and the pairs this year. But oh man, it doesn't like you back, does it?
Yeah.
Like, the whole pile looks the same. I mean, Emma and Emily were pulling things, and they're like, this is the plaid. This is the flower that looks exactly like the plaid, and it's next to the plaid, but it's not the plaid. I'm like, what? But everything they gave me went in. It was amazing.
I will say it was hard, but it was beautiful.
It was so pretty.
Yeah.
Like, this is the puzzle that I would want to, like, take home and, like, sip tea.
You can keep it. You can
do
keep
it.
it.
You know what this puzzle is? This puzzle is like the hot model that you can't have, but you really want.
Yeah. Yes, I get that. I mean, I do think like both of them are those Sunday morning cozy cup of coffee like puzzles you want to relax with like
our
for
puzzle
sure.
candles that we're gonna make.
Yes, we've already come up with a side hustle where we make candles to match the puzzle. That
Is this
give
what
off a
you
lovely
guys were doing
scent.
when we were
Like the
working our
scent of the
backside?
Yeah, this is what we've been doing on the live stream.
Business planning, okay?
I would expect nothing less.
We're business planning. We're getting feedback already from the chat. It's great.
We'll
Yeah, we've
call
got a
Shark
whole
Tank
plan.
on your behalf.
I would invest.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, we think Nathaniel needs a whole line of just his own
my
to
God.
go
Yeah.
with his cozy.
We love his puzzles.
Yeah, he said
So
he was
much.
inspired by their like cozy series.
Yeah, it
and
looks
wanted to
like
do
it.
it
Yeah.
cozy, but he also wanted to do something in the Shire, and that's how the kind of art came around.
I totally get it.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah. We
Cozy
also
but
noticed
hobbits?
some potions, and we were like, oh, we
I
know
was
these
gonna say,
potions.
did you guys catch all the little details? Because he has
Oh,
mushrooms in the book, potions like over here.
I was looking for a hot air balloon in the sky.
It's up here.
In a chandelier.
Yes.
in the chandelier.
It's in the chandelier.
We got you, Nathaniel.
Sneaky.
I know. Oh, he also had the yarn as a ode to the woolly like sheep
Oh, the sheep
one.
yarn. Sheep
Yeah,
one.
I
I was
like that
wondering
one.
about
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
So incredible.
Yeah.
So,
So cute.
what was the most exciting part, and what was the most difficult part of the first and the second puzzles? Like maybe one of each. What were you most? Did you just do the pink first? I can't remember what you did on the first one first.
We couldn't tell you. I think the most.
You blacked out?
I couldn't tell you. Could
We did
anybody
the-
else tell you? Sammy captured
We did the
pink.
edge. I did the pink. I did
We never
basically
saw
all
the
of
pink. It was all Sammy. She was a wood chipper. We threw it at her and we never saw it again. Yeah.
I feel like we just chipped away. Like there weren't clear like get this whole section done and then move on
Yeah.
to the next. It was like little by little.
Yeah, there's a lot of sharing of colors. Like the green was in the frog in the background, and so just passing and communicating.
I think the like tiger puzzle we call a layers puzzle because you're not going to finish any project at the beginning. Like you're not going to finish the tigers if you sit down and do them. It's going to come in waves and layers.
Whereas the next one is like the opposite of a layers because you can not for all of it, but in some places you can just like pull the whole thing, put it together, put it in, and you're like done with the purple flowers or the pink flowers or the rocking chair, things like that.
That's a really great comparison, actually, because like I don't think any of us ever really had a concept of a whole group of something in the first puzzle. It was just like, this is sort of pink. Is this your swirl? Is this your checkered? Is it? And
Orange
here, like,
vibes.
I'm like, well, I'm gonna do the floor. I'll see you guys at the end. It was great.
Yeah. It did a lot of wood in there. Was the wood at all confusing, or are there enough clues?
That was
A
definitely
little
the
bit
toughest
at the end. That's
part.
what we finished
That's what
with.
we finished with.
Oh, it was,
A lot
okay.
of it was pullable, and then towards the end it got a little murky, but
had
it wasn't that bad.
directionality.
Yeah, there's a lot of little clues.
I'm really curious because I know Mari specifically likes to make up words for different things. Did you have any like funny little phrases of different sections in this puzzle, or like did you find yourself calling things certain words
That we can say on
made
a family live
that you
stream?
say
No.
on- I had some swear word ones, but like I don't know. Was there anything silly that you found yourself saying, or again you might have just blacked out the whole time like I do?
Yeah, I think I blacked out.
Actually, I think.
The frogs and
Yeah, the frog guy.
the frogs in pajamas.
Yeah,
Frogs
frogs
in
pajamas. I mean,
Isn't that all there is?
that is what it is. We were pretty
Are they
literal
wearing
this time,
pajamas?
I think. For
Yeah,
us.
you're right. That does look like
hippie.
PJs.
They're
yeah.
definitely PJs.
And
Nobody
that's
goes
a
out
robe.
the house like that.
Yeah, robes. It looks like,
yeah,
or
they're very cozy.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
a
they're
cozy
totally
round, isn't it?
cozy.
They're
Yeah.
very cozy puzzle. I think our descriptions were actually, for once, pretty concrete and right on the money.
Yeah.
Like
I
we-
mean, in this, I don't know. The first puzzle, I feel like we were just
very
like, there's
avant-garde.
purple stuff. Or I was in like the top top left corner, and I was like, just watercolors, light background watercolors.
It was a bunch of stars up at
There
there.
were
Yeah.
a lot of stars. Purple vibes over there at one point or something. You said something about vibes, and I was like, that's that puzzle. I would just be like, it's the vibe.
It's the vibe.
This vibe is purple.
Did any of you watch Severance, the TV show?
Yes.
Okay, so when they're sorting the
behind,
numbers by like the vibe the numbers
Yeah.
gives, that's how I feel about that puzzle. Like you're sorting the pieces, you're like, this one seems like they're important pieces.
That's a great
That is-
description.
that's-
And you're like,
I
pulling
love
them out,
that.
you don't know what they go to.
Do we forget the part about Severance where what we feel when we look at the numbers is fear and loathing?
But
and
only
like,
some of them.
wrong.
Then you put them in the right boxes.
Oh.
They feel
Yeah,
like
yeah.
And
boxes.
so what are we doing on the other end then?
Yeah.
Because in Severance, it's a little sketchy.
Ooh, that's a
you know?
good point.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
I don't watch Severance, so I'm
We're, like,
no. I'm
reanimating
sorry,
some, like,
everybody. I
costumes
know
nerd in the
I'm
basement.
doing it wrong.
Maybe.
I did want to ask. So, out of the 2 rounds, last round, we had those other 2 puzzles. Are you sort of like, that would have been nice, or are you glad you had these 2?
I love the second one so much that I was very happy to be in this round.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And I love the first one. It was just hard.
I think.
Yeah. Because we had Ingrid's butterfly puzzle in the last one.
Yeah.
And then, okay, now I'm blanking. What was the second one?
Dean's.
It's like
Dean's, yeah,
coral
Dean's.
underwater.
Ocean
Yeah, the
Lounge.
underwater.
Yeah.
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 I wonder if this played to our strengths as a team a little more.
Yeah.
I think the butterflies we would have done pretty well with.
Yeah.
Dean's we
Dean's-
do okay with his artwork, but I wouldn't say that's a
Scene.
We would have handled Dean's a lot like how we handled the first one here. We would
Oh,
have
yeah.
chipped at it in layers,
Yeah. Yep.
talked, switched.
But
Yeah.
we love Nathaniel.
We love
Oh, I
Nathaniel.
know. I know. That's the thing. They're all beautiful. It's just, definitely Ingrid's was the fastest, probably, and then Nathaniel's after that, and then Dean's after that, and then, I think it's Jenna.
Jenna. Okay,
Yeah, Jenna.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize the art style, but boy, now I want to go get more. They're,
Right?
They're lovely.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, so how are you feeling now? I mean, after watching, did you watch any of the first division? Did you watch any of the first division, or were you off like practicing
I
or
watched a
warming
lot
up or
of
something?
it.
Oh, did you?
I was doing a lot of homework, but
Yeah.
Peeking in.
I was not watching. It's very unusual for me to not watch every minute of every round.
Okay.
For stamina, I'm trying to
Oh,
make
that's
myself
smart.
like
Yeah.
check in, but not watch everything.
Right.
I'll watch everything later.
Yeah.
we saw the first few
Yeah.
finishes and saw the images.
Yeah, we wanted to
were
go see what
curious
the
Oh,
others
yeah,
were.
yeah, yeah.
So we were,
Yeah.
and then we were like squinting at the screen, trying to like, what is that?
That was a super exciting finish, you guys. That was
It really
amazing.
I'm so
was.
glad we could provide that entertainment for everyone.
I mean, you guys had a pretty healthy lead on the number 2, but then it was like quick. 2, 3, 4 was just like right within a minute or so of each other. So I mean, yeah, I'm thinking you should feel pretty good going into finals because you did really well in this round, and yeah.
I think what we really want to do as a team is have fun.
Yeah.
And I think that's the most fun I've had with you guys as a team in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Like that first, maybe because that puzzle was so like, there was no way to do it but in layers in one piece at a time. And it's like, well, we can suffer or we can have a great time. Let's have a great time. So I really, really loved that.
Yeah.
That felt the most like us
Oh, nice.
to me.
Yeah,
Makes me
I agree.
happy.
You guys are gonna make us cry.
Stop.
I know.
Wow. Should we let you guys go celebrate?
Yeah, you should go celebrate.
We're going to drink all the water.
Yes.
All the
Hydrate.
water.
All the water.
Remember to
I think you
hydrate,
guys
people.
should have a lot of drinks tonight. And then just show up tomorrow and see how it goes.
You should come with us.
Yeah, come with us. He's sabotaging other teams on the live stream. Recorded.
What we should do is go out to drink, but feed all of it to the mascots. So we've got like these
Yeah,
burping,
Tommy just comes
burping
in.
mascots
drinking
tomorrow.
tequila tomorrow.
just upside down.
Chomby, come on.
Anyway,
Oh, I'm just so pumped to see tomorrow. It's going to be so exciting to have all these fast teams
Yeah.
at the same time. It's going to be great.
It's a
But
great year for teams.
It is.
yeah. But yeah, congratulations. Nice
Thank
work
you.
and good luck. Yeah. Have fun
Thank you.
tomorrow and later tonight. We'll see you all at Pairs. Not too far away.
Oh.
Yeah, you're the best. Okay.
who's ready for more team interviews? I
Yeah.
think we have
They're on
our
their way.
second place team, the
Yes.
Puzzle Ostriches.
Are joining us here. I know you got to share, you got to squeeze together.
next to you, Sarah. Oh yeah. Apparently they were fighting about who got to sit next to me. You gotta push the little button on that microphone and then you're good. Beautiful. Talk real nice and close so everyone can hear you at home.
Yeah.
And introduce yourselves.
Yeah.
I'm Michaela Keener. I'm Evie Guerin. I'm Alia Rendell. Andrea Heaston.
And they are puzzle ostriches.
I gotta ask where the name comes from because I'm like, okay.
Actually, Alyssa Zackler.
Oh,
Because
really?
on the back it says burying our heads in puzzle pieces and has an ostrich with its head in puzzle pieces.
That's so cute.
And we came up, well, Alyssa mentioned this when we were at the 24-hour puzzle marathon, and so we're like, hey, can we steal that from you? So she actually has a shirt too. So you might see Alyssa at some point sport a puzzle ostrich.
Not confusing at all.
Honorary member, our fifth teammate.
I love it.
This is the first time you guys have competed together, right?
The first time we've puzzled together.
Oh wow, really? You hadn't even practiced? Oh, that's incredible.
So 3 of us were able to practice without EB on Thursday night, but this is the first time we've practiced or puzzled all together.
Wow, that's impressive.
Thanks. I agree. I'm impressed with that.
Well,
we're impressed. When you go back to watch, you will see that we did miss your first finish.
Yes, we did.
But people in the chat put us in our place and were like, "Hey, they finished. You got to pay attention." And we were like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry." But we did get the second.
How dare you?
I know. But then you guys, came in second. You bumped up a spot, so nice work. So clearly, the Nathaniel puzzle, you were like, okay, we can fly through this.
It was so fun.
Yeah.
Well, it was our second puzzle together, so we got a lot of practice on the first one.
You were like, okay, now we have it down. We've done one. I mean, doing that one as your first one, how was that?
I think we handled it really well. We communicated really well. I think throughout, if we were getting stuck or saw something, we would move around a lot. Mm-hmm. Tried not to hyperfixate on anything because it was so muddled.
Mm-hmm. It was a tough one, that first one. So
it
for
was
being the first puzzle together as a team. We just kind of threw you right in the deep end there. No life jacket on that one.
Yep.
At least it didn't have cherry blossoms all around the border.
But it did kind of have a big cherry blossom cotton candy-esque tree.
Actually, that was really easy to build.
Oh, was it?
Well, I mean, she did a great job. Yeah, no, I honed in on that because I know my teammates are so good at the busier part of the images. It works well for me to just have a nice big project.
I love that. You just kind of go off in your own little world. Yeah.
We're like, oh, here's some of that. Here's some more and some more. Oh, there's a butterfly in it. Here's the butterfly.
Are you excited for tomorrow now?
Yeah.
Back-to-back days of big puzzling. And pairs tonight?
Mm-hmm. Yes, pairs tonight.
And your pairs?
Yep, we are paired.
Yes,
okay,
we are.
Amazing. How are you feeling about that?
Good.
Good. Ready? Good. Do you need to get a break in between now, get some dinner before the next one?
I have someone who went and got us a table for lunch. So
that is so smart.
You can just sneak out of here and go hopefully sit down.
That is smart.
Yeah, Val, you need to find someone to bring you treats and
I really do need an assistant
Next
at these
year
things.
I'll be your assistant.
Okay, you were my assistant at Worlds for a day, and I was
so
like,
fun.
can you just quit competing and do this full time?
Sure. If not her, me.
Yeah, okay,
Oh,
good.
Michaela just retired me.
Yeah.
No,
She
I
was-
just retired myself.
Join the pod.
No, I said, no, I will do it. If
Okay,
you are
okay,
not
good to
doing
know, good to know.
I love it.
I do want to, so when you were approaching that, so Wicked Quick was just talking about kind of doing it in layers, because, like you said, it's a lot of just color, explosion of color. So, what do you do? What's your best advice for that? Because I know there's a few areas you can sort, but I think this is a puzzle where a team, it would be very easy to get stuck and for everybody to be sort of like, what am I even doing? You know what I mean?
I think we hit that a little bit, but kept talking through it. It was really easy to pull the tiger in the robe because that robe, the striped robe, was so different. And we actually built that
pretty quickly
in 2 different groups and then put it together. We pulled out all the dark blue turquoise right away with that pink, but that was a little harder than I think we expected. We had the book mostly together, but then the rest is kind of muddled throughout the bottom there.
Yeah.
Looking at the box a lot.
Yeah. Were the tigers easy to pull, or were even they kind of hard to distinguish?
We had enough to build off their faces, but we already had, I think, the books that the tigers were all holding for the most part done. And we had the pink above the right tiger. And I was the one who did the tigers. I think you could divide it pretty fast which tiger was which looking at the pieces.
Oh, okay.
The one was more muted. The one is a baby, so it had smaller stripes.
Because usually if there's tigers in a puzzle, I'm like, I'll get to those later.
I feel that.
But with this one, I think I would have wanted to do them first because it's pretty identifiable seemingly, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of the bottom and that right frog that was what we had left at the end.
We were kind of guessing the bottom was going to be a problem because it was just kind of a mess of swirly. I mean, it's pretty, but it's just a swirl of colors.
I think the orange stuck out. It's where it's more muddled above the orange that it got a little harder because you couldn't pull it out. It just looked like green that went here or up by the butterflies on the sky.
What about Nathaniel's? Like, did it all kind of come together, or were there definite sections that came together first? It's so many small details that it's hard to pick. Like, if you were saying, oh, I'm going to do the book, that's like, what, 15 pieces, 10, so.
Yeah. I didn't do any of the bottom, so.
I did most of the carpet, and so, because it was a definite line of the carpet to the other flooring, that was easy to, box it in and put it together. So it came together pretty quickly.
Evie had built the outside where that little mountain is, and that helped to build the frame around that. That circular frame stood out to me really well. Allie did the dark green above the fireplace really fast. And Evie had already done the flowers, so she had something to build around, which helped.
I love that.
Yeah, you could definitely say flower pile and just, that'd be easy to pull.
Not like yesterday.
Flower pile yesterday.
And I think Evie had the purple flowers before we even had the border done.
Yeah, I think she had both of the purple and the
Were
pink ones
people,
done.
you pulled that out and were like, more flowers with the book club? No? Okay, good.
I did not have that thought,
I
actually.
think I said that.
You said that. You were like, oh,
You
great,
didn't
Val,
even do
more
it.
flowers.
No, I'm glad I didn't.
I know.
Well, friends.
Thank you.
I was going to say, yeah.
We gotta find what? Oh yeah, shout outs. Give your shout
Yeah, give your shout outs for sure.
I want to give a shout out to my husband Dan and my kids Will and Maggie. Hi.
I love that.
I know.
I'll shout out to my fiance, Nick, who's probably not watching because he's probably out with the dogs, and my family in Minnesota.
I'll say hi to my younger brother Trey and his wife Nikki and my baby niece who are here watching me right up there, and my best friend Jade and all my family back home. Love you.
I'm so thankful for my husband Josh, who is at home taking care of all the kids. Well, at our vacation house, so it's extra work. So he gets A+.
Yeah, nice. Well, yeah, thanks for coming over and congratulations. You guys did awesome. It was fun to watch. So keep it up. Can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Oh yeah, girls in STEM. Where are they?
Whoa. I don't know who's in charge here, but we make vertical videos for social media. Beep. I need to be talking about why people should be following us on Ravensburger North American's Instagram account. Yeah, that one. So maybe you should just show them past videos that I've done of cool board games, or for this crowd, let's show them some cool puzzles that we've made. No, not that one. No, come on. You can do better than that. Now that's more like it, all right. Whoa. All right, yeah, that's good. No, yeah, that's good. Stop. finally. Reason 1. We relentlessly represent Ravensburger, revolutionizing the realm of rapid puzzling with remarkable content and Oh, come on!
This is a work of
It's cold. A big open arms. It has to choose.
At the very least, show them some of the new puzzles. Ugh. You didn't even show them the image? No. We're not ending it there. That's not how we're ending it. No. Like and subscribe.
We're looking for our third place team, so we'll be back soon. We are going to be joined here by photographer extraordinaire Yvonne.
Hello. And content creator extraordinaire and puzzler extraordinaire
All of
and
the things extraordinaire.
videographer extraordinaire.
Previous
the list goes on.
national champion.
Yes.
What else
And
is there?
previous
Everything.
Sarah Schuler partner.
We were partners. That was a really fun time. We had too much
the
fun.
puzzle was terrible, but we had fun.
Yeah, it was pretty awful. But we made it through that nature series puzzle. That was a rough one.
Yeah. So Yvonne, what are you thinking about these team puzzles in this round? You were in the first round.
I was in the first round.
Yeah.
One of my Minnesotans
when
finished.
we first opened the first one here, this one,
Yeah.
I was like, it's so pretty. I want this one. And then as it went on, I was like, oh, maybe I'm glad that we got the other ones.
Yeah, it took them about an hour.
Yeah.
That was not
I think
the
it was
case
like
with
40,
either of the ones this morning.
Yeah, 45, right? Something like that this morning, yeah. But
Yeah.
I love Nathan's.
Yeah.
I already bought it and got
Did ya?
Nathan to sign it already.
Oh, I want to buy it. I wonder if it's already sold out, though.
You don't have to. You get these.
What?
You get them. This is your payment for co-hosting.
commentating, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm going to put that on my taxes now.
You better get like a W-9 or whatever
Yeah.
from Ravensburger.
I probably already have one, honestly, from
You probably do. But yeah.
Which one took longer?
The first one.
Oh, the first one, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, wicked quick, burned through this.
Oh,
second
they are.
one
They're
in about
here.
30
Okay.
minutes.
We
Oh,
found
good.
them.
Girls
I'm
and
gonna
Stems
I'm gonna
here.
have to really ask them how to say their team name because I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Like STEM.
Girls and Stemp. I think it's just Girls and Stemp.
It's Girls and STEM.
Maybe. I think
we'll
that's-
find
that's
out
what it looks
shortly.
like. Yeah, we'll find out. We'll get clarification here. We're going to be joined. So congratulations. We're joined by Girls in STEM. Yes, can you guys introduce yourselves?
Yeah, I'm Sky. I'm Chloe. I'm Hannah.
I'm Caitlin.
Welcome.
Yeah, I mean, we're all from San Francisco, and we're all women in STEM who love to do puzzles. So that's where we came up with the team name. Yeah.
Are we pronouncing it right? Is it Girls in STEM?
STEM.
Okay,
STEM.
that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
like
okay,
STEM with a P.
perfect. Perfect.
We're
for puzzles.
Someone did inform us in the comments, which was really good because I was like, I don't know if it's true, y'all, but this is what they're saying in the chat.
No, it is.
We made an assumption, a safe assumption.
Yeah, well,
yes.
if there's a P in an acronym, it's probably puzzles at this place.
You can use context clues.
Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, tell us about the puzzles. Like, what did you think?
Oh yeah, We loved them. Yeah. They were colorful. And, more. Okay. We did a lot of practicing with hard puzzles. So we saw the first one and we were like, oh, it's hard, but we've
got this.
Yeah, we've got this.
We love puzzling together. So
Yeah.
it's really easy then to stay positive and we're together as a team doing a puzzle. What's better than that? So
it's really nothing. So
I think the muddy colors on the first one, we hadn't practiced a lot of that. I think this was like a learning lesson of we'll do more of that next time. But they were very pretty.
They were really pretty.
So felt happy the whole time.
And we switched a lot, when we were struggling. I think that helped.
Yeah, especially on the first one, because there were bits that some people could do that others couldn't. So we did a lot of rotating. I don't know if they got footage of that.
We were talking a lot about rotating and moving around, especially when there's a lot of cameras around. It's difficult sometimes. So
We did dodge some cameras.
Were you using trays to kind of keep things moving too?
Yeah, we had trays. Then, towards the end, we would start rotating the trays so you get a fresh look at the pieces.
Which is we learned that strategy from Wicked Quick.
We
Shout
did.
out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we were talking about that. We were watching them, that they do a lot of that, and that is a really good strategy. What I kind of wondered, I think in these team rounds, people sort of expect that the first puzzle's going to be the easier one. And so were you a little worried, thinking, oh no, what's number 2 going to be like? Or were you?
No, not at all.
Really?
Did that to us.
Oh, good. Okay.
But also we kind of like hard
I
puzzles.
mean,
oh, good. Okay.
I feel like your first thing you said when we opened it was oh, this is so beautiful. So I think if it was another one just like that, we would have been
Thrilled.
pleased.
Yeah.
Were you relieved at all? Did you see Nathaniel's and think, oh, that might be about the same? Or did you know instantly, oh, that's going to go faster?
We were pretty sure it'd be faster because it's a lot more sortable, and we didn't realize it was Nathaniel's till we got to his signature because he has such a unique style, and then we were like, oh my god, it's Nathaniel.
And we were so excited.
Yeah.
We actually met Nathaniel at last year's Nationals, and he's just delightful. So
and
agreed.
Yes, agreed. He was on here because he's here, and he
Uh-huh.
was on and talking about all the little hidden clues. Did you guys catch any of those while you were puzzling, or is it a blur?
Not me.
Yeah, we talked with him after, and then he pointed out some. We were like
the butterflies.
Yeah. So we're gonna do it again more slowly to really
I'm
enjoy.
really curious to know what the first thing, when you took this out of the box or out of the bag, what was the first thing that you noticed on the box?
Floor.
The hat.
Oh, everyone has a different thing.
I feel like when I saw the pieces, I just loved the flowers. So that's what I pulled.
Okay,
but I didn't actually look at the box
Yeah,
until
I
after
didn't
we
really
started
look at
sorting.
it.
So
That's a classic puzzle move. I think the first thing I saw, dragon sleeping. So cute. I was like,
it's
a doll.
adorable.
Yeah, it's really cute. Yeah, it's
I did
adorable.
not see the dragon until you pointed it out.
Yeah.
And I've looked at it a lot.
Yeah.
I know.
One of you sorted out the dragon and handed it to me, and I'm like, this
That was
is
me.
so cool.
I was like, teal.
Very close.
Aww.
I don't know. Yeah, fun stuff.
Yeah. So how are you feeling about the final? Any predictions? Any as to puzzle, or have you been doing sleuthing? What are you thinking?
I think it's going to be an 1,000-piece circle puzzle of the USA JPA logo.
Oh my God! How did you know?
Whoa, Val's giving away information.
Or maybe the board members' faces, smiling faces.
Yeah, that's totally what we're gonna do.
Oh man, that sounds
No. I mean, I think one of the coolest things about this is getting to showcase all these artists that puzzlers have come to love, and it's a cool excuse to get them here so that they can sign and meet people. So yeah,
totally.
Yeah, I hope it's something like this where there's different differences between the puzzles, because I feel like that's so fun when you're it is such a long block to have something really new for you to be looking at.
So are you used to doing long it's a bit of a marathon, right? It's 2 1,000s right in a row. Is that something you've practiced or getting up your stamina?
Yes.
Specifically practice that. We bag them up and everything. We try to simulate it as best we can.
I don't remember if you guys did it or not. Burrito folders.
We did.
We did trifold
Yeah.
and then half. Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's not a burrito. The burrito is rolling. I've been saying that the whole time. Trifold push.
We tried a lot of things, and that's the only one that's been working actually consistently. So
Yeah, one thing that is a little fun, speaking of like doing the puzzles back to back, is we would do like marathon like weekend puzzle sessions where we'd spend like 8 hours doing puzzles. And like only like probably one back to back per weekend, but definitely by the end of it,
it was fatiguing, but like in a really good way.
Really big benefit of living near each other is we could meet the last 3 weekends
Yeah.
to just
nice.
puzzle straight.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's all recent memory.
And where did you say you were from again?
San Francisco.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Bay Area.
What is it?
Just to
Yeah.
clarify, 2 of us are from San Francisco.
I feel like there's something in the weather or something in the air because between you guys, Andrea, Becca, like you've got such a strong puzzle. I mean, it's kind of like Minnesota, right? Like we have a lot of strong people in Minnesota, but Bay Area, man.
Well, there is something in the air, which is the fact that there are really good people to like help you get into speed puzzling and like teach you the ropes. So like that definitely has been a huge part of like how we got here.
Yeah, there's a lot of like puzzle circulation and trading, which helps a lot.
Oh yeah. You guys have a lot of events where you're getting together and swapping and all of that good stuff. Yeah.
I think it's honestly more casual than it is structured events. Like we have a fair number of swaps, but I think the bigger thing is just being able to be like, hey, like I'm interested in this category of puzzle. Do you happen to have something like this? Like, I know a few times you're like, oh, we want something really quick as a warm up, and then we want something really hard as like a really big challenge to sort of give ourselves like a hard time to practice skills we're not used to. So we'd be like looking for specific things and see if anyone in the area had something like that.
Or literally the puzzle we wanted.
Really? Yeah.
The puzzle.
We learned that Chloe and I own a lot of really hard 1,000-piece puzzles, so
no one
we
wanted
had to
to
go
do
find
those.
some easier ones to practice too, because that was a lot.
I do think it's crazy. Like, I think that if you're a casual puzzler, you don't realize like how many puzzles speed puzzlers go through. I mean, I think a big reason a lot of us do a lot of swaps or we have the puzzle libraries in our neighborhoods and stuff is because you need material.
Yeah.
Because you can't afford to go buy all of these new because you would spend a fortune because you can get through 5 or 6 puzzles in a weekend.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I like to say the throughput is very high. It's a very girls in STEM statement.
That was another benefit of meeting every weekend is we've been able to swap within our 500s for solo practice.
Yeah.
Like every weekend, bring new ones, swap them out, trade them.
That's been huge, actually.
Yeah, Caitlin has an inventory Excel sheet that I could just like go through and select the ones I wanted from.
No, that's smart. Like when my team used to practice, we had a big list that we were all adding to like a spreadsheet, and then we would all be like, okay, I haven't done that one, so save that one for me. And we were like, we were totally inventorying each other and like keeping up with that.
For sure.
We all love a good spreadsheet, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's funny because some of them are really rare, so we do them and we're like, well, we're the only people who have done this puzzle like in a while.
It would be just like 6 people from the Bay Area. We're like, well, one person owned it. Swapped it. And well, the 4 of us did it. Maybe one other person. So.
Well, Sarah, I feel like you're in a special scenario because your uncle Steve, got to give him a shout out, has thousands of puzzles in his basement.
Yeah, Uncle Steve got me into puzzles. Well, my mom and Uncle Steve, but yeah, I have access to like 10,000 plus puzzles from his house.
Everybody's like, party it.
Uncle Steve.
Where's our invite?
Party at Uncle
Can we
Steve's.
come?
I did try to host a puzzle party at my house once, and 30 people came, and it was too many. So never again.
Ran out of table space almost immediately. And then it was like, what do we do if we can't puzzle? We all stood around awkwardly staring at the floor. Anyway, no, you guys are incredible. It's been so fun to watch you, and I can't believe we still have 40 minutes left. You guys did kind of good because you were not even like an hour 40ish, and you're like, yeah, we're done. We'll see you guys later.
More.
Yeah, we were like, what are we gonna go do? And I plan to suggest doing another puzzle. So.
Really? Oh my gosh!
Sneak one in.
All in pairs this evening.
Yeah.
We are.
But not all together.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not just splitting in 2-2.
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, the team was made after some pair arrangements were made.
Yeah, the team was made kind of late into the. Yeah. So we're pairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're Dolores Park Puzzlers, so you can see us.
Yeah. We'll be wearing blue shirts.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, my pair is Chris Namor. I think we're table 5.
Okay. Ooh, table 5. Hello.
Superstar on our team.
Yeah.
I'm with Rose Rose Fortman.
Yep.
From Ohio.
Okay.
Which we, in individuals, we finish within seconds of each other.
Oh,
so we've
really?
Been so perfectly
I was gonna say that's nice. When you have somebody
So
at
nice.
exactly the same level, then you don't have that paranoia of like, am I the slow one? Am I like, you know, that's me like all the time.
The slow one, and it's stressful.
Yeah.
No, I really
Well,
relate.
because Michaela,
I
you
used
paired
to
with
be as good
Michaela.
as-
Michaela's.
Well, Michaela always was beating me, but
Yeah.
Lauren and I used to beat Lauren.
Yeah, now Lauren's left you in the dust, Sarah.
What happens when you retire?
Yeah, Sarah's not doing individuals. She's commenting with me tomorrow.
I'm so excited.
I know.
That'll be very fun.
It's way more fun to commentate. Hate to break it to y'all, but this is way more fun.
Relax a little bit.
Yeah, a
That's
lot less
impressive
stress.
because the puzzling as a team is pretty fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Could be
Team
better than
puzzling.
that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But better than individuals. I could
Okay,
see.
maybe.
I don't know. Puzzling is puzzling, you guys.
I know.
Pretty good. We brought you stickers.
Yeah.
Rose sent them.
No.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh. I love how
So-
prepared you all are. This is amazing.
And
You
if
had
you
time to make shirts and stickers.
If you look closely, there's puzzle pieces in the beaker and also in the wrench.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Well, I have to ask, like, what fields are you in? Because I work at Swenson College of Science and Engineering at UMD in Minnesota. And so I'm steeped in the engineering science fields. So, yeah, when you say girls in STEM, what are you referring to?
Yeah, I do controls engineering.
Okay.
I'm an electrical engineer.
Okay.
I do vision science.
What was that? Sorry.
Vision science, like human vision.
Oh, wow. Okay, cool.
And I'm a mechatronics engineer.
A what?
Oh my gosh.
Mechatronics.
What does that mean?
Do I just keep repeating it?
I was going to say, is that a word?
It's a combination of mechanical, electrical, and systems design.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty fun.
Have you guys talked to Simi? Because did you know she works on rockets?
No. Do you know?
Yeah.
And Lindsay does airplanes.
I know.
engines.
We have so many people in STEM fields.
We got Lindsay a girl in STEM sticker.
Oh, you
but
did?
we need to find Simi.
Yeah, you need to find Simi for sure. She would love that. But yeah, this is so cool. Thank you. I love it. I love swag. Well,
Yeah, and anyone who's here, if you'd like a sticker, just come say hi.
yeah.
They're
Okay.
in a cute light purple like lavender shirt.
Yes. Yes.
Wrong direction.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly. You guys are a delight. Thanks for coming by. Yeah.
Thank
This
you.
is super fun. All right. We'll see you later.
Okay.
Good luck tonight. Love it. Oh my gosh. This is going on my computer. This is getting a coveted computer spot.
A computer spot.
Well, it's right up my alley. What with the STEM thing?
It's very cute.
I love it. I have never felt like, I mean, we've had wicker kittens now for like 10 years, so I never get to get creative with puzzle
I
team
know,
names.
we're stuck with ours, but unfortunately, I love it. Plus, it's
I
the
do
perfect
like
team
it.
name.
This last year we added cat ears when we compete, which made it kind of fun.
That is fun.
Mm-hmm. I really want a cosplay contest where you did this, and you need to tell me about this more. So you did,
What did I do?
was it your birthday?
Oh, yeah.
Your birthday, you had a puzzle-themed birthday, and people dressed as their
Yeah.
favorite puzzle brand.
So just to recap again from earlier, for anyone that's just tuning in, I run jigsaw puzzle competitions at breweries in the Twin Cities, Minnesota area, and now also in Wisconsin, y'all.
Yeah.
If you're in Eau Claire or
There you
Madison, come find me. But for my birthday, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna throw a party that people have to pay me to come to, and also have to dress up. So I had 28 teams at that party, and they all dressed up. My birthday's right by Halloween in October, and so everyone was dressed up puzzling. A lot of
I
people
love it.
dressed up in puzzle-themed outfits, which was really fun. So we had we had a Ravensburger team that were all wearing burgers they glued little ravens to their shoulders. We had a
I
team
love
that
it.
was all different puzzle brands as the the puzzle brand mascots. We had like Masterpieces, and it was a ringleader with puzzle pieces glued all over.
that's a great idea.
White Mountain, so that was
Yep.
Heather.
Oh, awesome.
Puzzle Twist, they were a twister board with puzzles on it, and then another Ravensburger.
That's
and then I had
hilarious.
8 people dressed up as me.
8?
And I'm just saying, 8 people dressed up as me, and no one dressed up as Taylor Swift. So who's cooler?
You're cooler,
Yeah.
Sarah. It's official.
Just saying.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then someone dressed up as the ones that won, and they actually won a year of free puzzle contests from me.
What?
So it's like a couple $100 there. Yeah. They won that, and they were all dressed up as the timesheets that I use. So I have little like puzzle pieces that are just like a die cut that I write. Everyone writes their team names on it, and then I write the finishing time. And so they dressed up as previous competitions, like with the times from the competitions. It was so cute.
I love this idea. So yeah, next year when we're hosting in 2026 and we're doing the whole convention thing, I'm like,
contest.
I want a
Can I
costume
run that?
contest.
I will run the costume contest.
Okay, I've put you down. It's official.
It has to be puzzle
we want it.
themed.
Yes, a puzzle
You
themed
will win if
costume
you dress up
contest.
as me.
I mean, I just think that would actually be hilarious if people dressed up like as Allie in her crazy MC
Board
outfits.
look-alike contest. That'd be so funny.
Yeah, I really wish you guys were getting to see more of Allie's outfits. We tried to show her shoe on here, but then there was too much puzzling action going on, so we didn't get to see the shoe.
Allie's shoes are incredible. I'll post them on my Instagram at some point.
Yeah, definitely do
we're
that.
going to record a reel later, so I'll make sure to get those in there. But yeah, the puzzle fashion, I tell you.
I love the puzzle fashion. People really do go all out. And I mean, I'm looking out at the cosplayers here, and maybe they're a little more extravagant right now. We can see through the door
Oh my gosh, yes.
somebody in a giant like cat outfit that's like amazing.
It's a Cheshire cat. I think it's purple and pink.
I
So
think you're right.
That's
I think it's
Cheshire.
Cheshire. Yep. But yeah, I think it would be really, really fun to see everybody dressed in puzzle brand stuff. Or yeah, there could be so many good ones. I haven't been paying enough attention to the action on the floor, everybody. We've been so engrossed in these interviews, and I know there's
look at these
been
bandanas.
People, I love the bandanas.
Does it say
keeps it
appease
out of
the
your
eye?
face?
We're gonna have to get some backstory on that.
I don't know what happened with Ray Chase. Did they ever?
Yeah,
he and
can we
his
check
friend
in on them?
Ever? Yeah, I wonder what's been going on, and if he finished a puzzle, or if he's. I mean, there are two people though, and that's tough.
Yeah, and especially
to
on
do
that
1,000
puzzle. Oofta.
piece. Yeah.
I keep
He
saying that
probably
like I'm
was-
Minnesotan or something.
I'm gonna see if scores are in there
yeah.
being updated. Okay, here we go.
We
Yeah,
are working.
oh yeah, lots and lots.
Thank you to I think Heather, and maybe there's another person back there typing all the scores. So
Mhm.
I know that it's kind of annoying when they aren't up right away, but we are doing the best we can.
Yeah,
it's tough.
Well, and there's, it's always interesting when you're in these big facilities like this with an event that has like 60,000 people at it, because we also, big surprise, have struggled with some Wi-Fi issues.
Wi-Fi
here and there
issues?
a little bit, because
Who'da
there's lots of people. We have a dedicated line for the live stream, but for everything else, we're kind of using like convention center stuff. So that's, it presents its difficulties. It looks like stuff was being updated right up until around the 2-hour mark. So there's probably some updates coming in.
Yeah. Stay tuned for more details tonight at 10.
But according to this, 30 teams have finished the first puzzle. That was at
Amazing.
around the 2-hour mark. Yeah. And that is a tough one. So
it was difficult.
It's going to take people a little while for that.
Man, it's just so fun to watch everyone. This is the best view.
I know. What's funny is that we are sitting in this like corner of the convention center, and there's a set of doors behind us that are kind of like off limits. It's just for staff. But there's this group of people. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
They all sit out there and they
'Cause it's
watch.
one of the
because-
best seats.
Yeah, because they can see what we can see on the giant monitor we have in front of us.
And
So
you
they
can
all
see
just,
the
like,
top
stalk it.
few teams' tables.
Yep,
So it's
exactly.
a great place to sit if you're looking for the person at table number 1.
Yes, exactly.
And there's a second story as well where you can see really well. If you jam yourself in the certain corner of
I
the
didn't
window,
know
you can
that.
see a
Okay.
lot of the room up on the second floor.
That's crazy.
There are a lot of the top teams,
So, yeah.
I guess. Another team just finished. Love
Oh,
that.
nice.
Congrats. So on our screens that we can see, it doesn't have the team names, but it has the names of the camera people, and
I know,
it
so you
takes
keep
all
wanting
of
to
my
say
strength
their-
to not say good job, Todd.
Yeah, good job, Todd. Good
Go
job, Rick.
Anders,
Yeah,
you got
nice
it.
work. I know.
Those are our camera people's names. Oh, look at that pile.
I was just
That's
going to say.
stressing me out.
That is, because it looks like dark. But
it does. That puzzle does look very dark. So the Nathaniel's Hobbit cozy puzzle does look very dark on camera, but I do believe in real life it is a lot brighter than that.
Yeah, I think that's true. I didn't hear that from anybody you just talked to, that it was dark. I mean,
and I know that Nathaniel goes through and lightens things up.
Yep.
Because he knows. Oh, hi, Todd.
That's actually Chris.
Oh, it's Chris. It's Todd's camera. He lightens things up to make sure that it's going to be good for puzzling. He just thinks of everything.
I know.
He's incredible.
He thinks of it all.
I can't stop talking about how incredible Nathaniel is. He's just such a good human being.
I know we're probably just sickening to everybody listening, because all we are is like so nice and every positive, but it really is that way. We're not being phony balonies. Like, everybody's so sweet.
I don't know.
Do we?
I already told Lauren I kicked her off our team.
I wasn't joking when I was saying earlier that when I'm puzzling with new people, I'm like, I feel like I got to put a lid on like my bossiness and my sort of trash talking self, because when we were at the 24-hour marathon and I was with like Dawn and Andrea and Heather and Michelle and Allie and Faith, if it was just Allie and Faith and Michelle and I sitting at the table, Michelle was getting into that, so then we were really trash talking. But yeah, I didn't want to trash talk. Oh, what happened?
The trifold didn't.
Oh, it didn't work?
Okay, here's the key. Okay, they switched over, but you can't pick up the trifold.
Oh, no, you got to slide it.
You need to slide it. So designate someone on your team to be the box bottom holder.
Yep.
And they hold that a little bit under the surface of the table so that, it just falls right on in.
Yeah. Yeah, and you just do 2 folds, and then you kind of,
Ravensburgers are good for 2 folds.
Yeah.
Not
but when you try to do another fold, then
don't do more.
It falls apart.
Yep.
So I was going to say that I wasn't going to yell at Andrea Pang when I was puzzling with her, because I'm clearly like, the junior puzzler in that situation and
She's
need to defer. So I'm just like, I'm not going to be like, what are you doing, Andrea? I followed her lead.
Because what she's doing is putting the piece exactly where it goes in the puzzle.
Putting it together way faster than I ever could.
I still think it'd be funny to,
if I was bossing around.
It'd be
like,
funny.
What are you doing? No, I was genuinely intimidated puzzling with Andrea, because I was like, okay, I feel like I am not worthy.
Ooh, one of the cameras might go onto the Snuffleupagus team.
Oh, I want
to
see
show off
them.
their outfits. Because they have some incredible outfits. They're about to finish, so I hope they'll be on. But we also have another team that's about to finish final. Oh no, a missing piece. A lot of times, a pro tip. Oh wow.
Oh, they even lifted it up a bit. That was dangerous. That was dangerous.
They found it.
Oh, they did. Because I was gonna say you could have like ripped it apart doing that.
I know, that was scary. That scared me.
Oh, there.
Oh
no.
We aren't showing.
No. Too many folds.
Too many folds.
Too many folds.
But
there's their outfits.
Incredible.
Yes. This is Puzzle-upagus. Yeah, puzzle fashion.
Puzzle fashion on point here.
Puzzle-upagus, team Puzzle-upagus.
Have you talked about this? Because I haven't obviously been listening to all the live streams, but we're so used to all of our tables having a tablecloth.
Yes. What did you think? Yeah, well, I mean, usually you have to have the tablecloth because the tables are in such poor shape.
Yeah.
That you are going to have like nicks all over it, or people could get splinters because the edges are not in great shape. Because a lot of these like community centers and places like that, they're using stuff that gets pretty beat up.
Large, like
convention centers, exactly. They cover it.
Tables are, they're using them every weekend for 6 weddings.
Yes. We were so happy when we talked to them about the whole situation, the table situation, and they were like, yep, we have that size. And then we were like, what's the surface like? Are we going to need? And they were like, oh, no, they have great surface. And we were just like, but are they? But
are they though?
You're like, are they good though? And you're suspicious, right? And so but then we got here and we were like, oh my God, they're like pristine. I mean, there was a moment where we were like, do we ditch the tag board? What do you think we should have done? Because we stuck with the tag board.
My hot take is if you tell me you're going to have a tablecloth and tag board, I'm practicing tablecloth and tag board. And I saw on Thursday night, and I made a big old deal out of it because I saw a picture of Allie, or maybe it was even that morning.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of Allie. And she was just in the room, and I could see all the tables, and they all had tag board on them, but I could see the table under them. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
There's no tablecloth, which is fine.
Yeah.
But I was like, is the tag board going to be really slippery on the table?
Right.
And that's the only thing I would be worried about.
Well, was it? Is it too slippery? Because I think with the dividers especially, it
With
was
the
Zacco's dividers that
fine.
holds it in place more.
I did wreck our team's
Tag board?
by
That's okay.
sliding it.
That's
But then we replaced it. Don't worry. I had
Yeah,
the teams
yeah.
replace it. So they have,
Mhm.
we reuse the tag board as much as possible. You know, environmentally
Yeah,
friendly
yeah,
here.
yeah.
But
If it gets
if it
damaged,
gets gross,
yeah.
damaged. I've
Mhm.
seen people, they're walking around with baby wipes cleaning off the puzzle dust. Because if you know Ravensburger, you know there's a little
Yeah,
bit of
a
the
little
blue
bit
dust.
of puzzle dust. Yeah. yeah.
But all the volunteers come around. They
Mhm.
have a microfiber cloth to wipe down.
Yep.
The
We're prepared.
Yeah, you guys crushed
We
it.
are
They wiping
prepared.
it down and
no shaking it. Like they're wiping
Yeah,
with
yeah, so it's
microfiber, you
beautiful.
know, to keep the floor all nice. Yeah, no, it was a debate. It was a
Mhm.
topic because we ordered all the tag board because we didn't really know if we could trust like the tables would be in really good
100%.
shape. So then on Wednesday night when we were all in here and all the tables were set up, we had a whole talk. We're like, tag board or no tag board?
tag board was a good
And
decision.
yeah, we ultimately decided because the wood grain underneath is a little dark.
And wood
we
grain
just-
texture is different on every
yeah.
table, even though this is clearly not actual
No, it's
wood
a,
tables. It's
yeah,
it's
the vinyl. Yeah, yep.
But
Quick
that
announcement.
They are perfectly smooth and in great
Yeah,
shape.
they're beautiful.
But we also thought people were used to practicing probably on the tag board and thought that was what to expect. So we just were like, yeah, we better not switch it at this point.
Yeah.
Stick with the tag board.
I'm very used to puzzling on a white surface. My dining room table that I have in my puzzle room is a pure white table.
Yeah.
So I always know when I go to someone's house and we're puzzling, like on Lauren's dining room table, it's dark, it's wood grain, and I'm
Yeah.
like, woofed.
I know. I have a dark. Well, I bought like one of those fold-up white tables to practice on at home because I have a dark table, like dining table too, and it's actually not the greatest to puzzle on. Because if you have a darker puzzle, it's just really hard to see. Yeah. But yeah, no, this is the kind of stuff that we debate ad nauseum to
Yeah.
be like, well, is this going to be okay? Like, what do we want to do? So yeah, you can go.
We're gonna have a special
Yeah, we got another guest coming over. I didn't miss it. So Allie is stopping by because you just made an announcement, but I didn't see what the announcement was. What was it?
It was an artist announcement. So
Oh.
Nathaniel is downstairs in the exhibit hall signing his puzzle.
Oh, that's right, because we didn't announce it in advance, so it's sort of a last
Yeah,
minute
you
thing.
stinkers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's fine. It was a really fun surprise. Like, I don't think people on the internet, I mean, you probably already know I'm obsessed with him and I love him, but when he came up yesterday and surprised me, I was like, Nathaniel. I almost started crying. I cry a lot at these puzzle events. It's pretty
At
rough.
these puzzle events in real life,
life.
whatever.
What was it? Flip, sort, cry.
Yeah.
That was your
Is that what it
teammate.
is?
I
Was it
think
flip-
so.
flip
Yeah, it's
sort?
flip, sort, cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
yeah.
Gray and Kat.
Kat,
and
Tiffany.
Tiff and
Yep.
Simi.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should I be scooted over?
Oh, yeah.
Should I squeeze
They're
in?
fixing
I was going to
it.
say, no, you're good.
I'll get close to you. It's
Ooh,
fine.
there's another one that's going to finish. So are a lot of people finishing out there, Allie, or what's it kind of looking like?
Really great question.
Mhm.
Probably.
Allie's been too busy giving announcements to pay attention to the
I
puzzling.
did an announcement, and I just thought I'd swing by. I can tell you some non-puzzle completion things if you want.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that people know what we're doing while we're waiting for people to finish. We're dealing with some really fun JPA challenges, like getting the name tags printed, but running into cartridge issue.
Oh, no. Did you?
It was unfortunately an off-brand one, and we didn't notice, and it exploded.
No. Oh,
Ink
no.
explosion. Oh, that was
no.
So we currently have DoorDash bringing us a new cartridge, but also FedEx printing just in case. We've got two options. Because we talked about this year, we're getting so much better at planning these. We've got backup options. To
Yes,
this.
yes,
Instead of
exactly.
relying on one thing
Oh my
and hoping
gosh.
for the best.
And I'm just blissfully ignorant over here hanging out, chatting
Yeah.
with puzzlers while you're all like running around, panicking, going, we got to get stuff printed for the Pairs final.
You print
You think
this
Val's
because
job
they
is
close
hard,
at
but-
5.
I know. I got it easy,
Oh my gosh, they
everybody.
close at
And then
5.
you print this, they close at 5. I'll get the cartridge ordered. And
Oh, what were we thinking? Ordering off-branding cartridges.
I think it wasn't on purpose. I do think
Yeah,
that
I
the
think you're right.
intention was.
Yeah.
But we triple no for next time. So that's
I haven't
something.
been reading the comments as well as I usually do, but Justin Rasmussen, who's Don Rasmussen's husband, he just messaged and said, "Sarah, what do you think of puzzling on Don's dining room table?" You know what? I don't love it.
Oh, tell us more.
Is it glass?
It's a wooden one, and there's direct overhead yellow light, like
Oh,
white,
no.
not white light. So my house, I replaced all my light bulbs. People hate coming to my house because
so
all
bright.
of my light bulbs are white light. Or I have them. They're both. You can
It's
do both.
ideal for puzzling.
But
I get it.
My living room, if I turn it on, my lights are 100% on 100% level, and they're the brightest, like hospital white they can
So
possibly
you
be.
like interview people
So there's no,
aggressively.
yeah. There's no cozy corner.
No
and,
cozy
and
corner.
she's like, I need bright light for puzzling.
So
That's hilarious.
what you're saying is you're quite committed to puzzling. I
Yeah,
think?
my whole house is puzzles.
Oh, people are asking to see your shoes,
Yeah,
Allie.
I
So
know.
get it
Are
out
you
in
wearing it
case
now?
in case we
Let me
get
go-
on here. Just put it right out. in
Let me
front
go
of you.
grab that really
I'll
quick.
put one
Oh,
on the
you don't have them
Instagram,
on.
too.
Okay,
BRB.
she's
Yeah,
switched.
they're
Okay.
heels.
We'll put them on
Yes.
the Instagram. Allie's outfit today is
I
incredible.
know. She designed her skirt. It's got
Allie-
the logo on it.
She's so good.
I know. She just is on it. She discovered. She should give a shout out. She discovered a website where you design your own clothes and you can design the fabric.
Oh yeah, and then they just
Yeah.
print it on there.
Yeah, and then they just print the fabric and then it's kind of crazy.
I want to
there
make
they
some
are.
puzzling overalls. I have some corduroy fabric that are really. Oh my gosh, these are incredible. I'll post
got-
them on my Instagram, everyone, right now, so you can see them.
This little insert. So that's
Okay.
yeah. They're heels, and so I have a backup pair when I run around for 15,000 steps each day.
Yeah, there we go. Now you can see they're going to go to
Oh,
show
maybe
you the shoes.
can you get up closer even?
These are the important.
There
things.
we are. We can see the shoes, everybody. Allie's beautiful stilettos.
Thank you so much. I worked so hard on them. I wanted to show them off. I'm so
She
excited.
drew it on there. She just drew it with a Sharpie.
Yeah, with freehand.
Why
That's
can't I find you
incredible.
on Instagram.
It was
Yeah,
like,
everybody.
I'll try to like trace it in pencil first in case I mess up, and that was too hard. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
So then I was just like, we're gonna hope for the best.
Just don't screw it up. If you had, you could have started coloring some of them in. Maybe if you screwed it up too badly.
Yeah. I did do like a test. I went to a thrift shop and I found like a test shoe for like $7, and I was like, this will work.
Yeah.
And so I tried it out, and then I was like, it's
I
go
love
time.
it. I love it because it's more
Puzzles and
subtle.
pups. It's more yeah, I was trying to go for I wanted to find something like it online and I couldn't.
I know. Well, it's like you said, a lot of stuff that's puzzle related, that's on apparel, is very bright.
Very bright.
And it's not usually very subtle.
No.
So
No.
if you want something with a little more,
And if you know us, you know we're very subtle.
Yeah, yeah, right.
Absolutely.
All three of us.
I resisted the puzzle leggings for a while, but I've caved and now I have a pair.
I just got a pair.
Yeah.
Shout out Puzzle Republic.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where I got
also
them.
have
They're really
two
nice.
more pairs that. Oh, there they are. They zoomed in on them.
Oh, they're showing a nice shot of them. Wow.
Sorry, that was. It's behind. We're watching the live stream and also we're watching 17 screens right now.
Yes.
Justin's really trying to get me to talk about my individual retirement.
Oh, what?
Ooh.
Oh, well, if the audience has
people know.
questions, Sarah, what do you want to say about that?
So if you didn't notice, I'm going to be commentating finals, and I did not compete in individuals because I just needed a break.
That's totally fair.
It's probably
It's maybe semi-retired. Is it something you might go back to? Or?
potentially, and I probably will stay individuals for like Minnesota championships and things smaller competition. But yeah, it's just since puzzling is literally my full-time job. If something is not 100% fun for me to do anymore, I'm not going to do it as my hobby part.
Yeah.
It's hard for a lot of people that make their hobby their job or their passion their job to continue to love that passion, and I would really love to continue puzzling and loving puzzles. So teams and pairs for now.
Well, and this is, this whole world is like exploding so much, and there used to just be like St. Paul Winter Carnival.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then there was like Pacific Puzzlers, and then there was eventually, there was Worlds, and then USA JPA, and then all these events, and it's just growing and growing and growing, and easy to get overwhelmed with so many
Yeah.
events. So I know even for our team, we're sort of like, well, what events, we use, the whole
have to
sparking
pick and
joy.
choose
What
a little
events are
bit.
sparking
Yeah.
joy now?
Yeah.
And you want to go.
Thank you, Marie Kondo.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
You want to go and have a fun time, and it does get really stressful. And honestly, like, we've talked about like world championship and stuff again, and it's a lot to train for.
Yeah.
And because if you're gonna travel to these things, you want to train for it, and and it's just it's a lot. So if it's not checking enough boxes of why you want to do it, then
I think too, like, and I don't like doing individual, but I did it at Worlds just because there weren't even a lot of opportunities to do it at that point.
Yeah,
But
right.
now there are so many opportunities.
Exactly.
It's you're not like searching for ways to speed puzzle anymore. It's like there's stuff all the time. So then it makes sense to just kind of reevaluate and go, but I could be doing this all the time, but do I really, really like this? Or do I just want to stick with pairs and teams?
Yeah.
And,
Because even, we've talked about, like, I never thought I'd do so much traveling when I started speed puzzling. Like,
Yeah,
what
right?
is this? And that's starting to
Every
get
vacation
tiring.
I've
Yeah.
taken since COVID
Yeah.
has been for puzzle. I even went to my cousin's wedding in
Uh-huh.
California a few years ago. On the way to the wedding, I stopped at a puzzle swap.
Sounds right.
Yep.
Yeah, I do think if you have the means to travel, you could be doing something all the time. It's
Yep.
just there's
You
so
would come
much
to a
out there
puzzle
now.
competition in Minnesota every night, and
Yeah.
that's where I found my passion is now. Instead of being fast at puzzles, which is
Spreading
harder
it.
and harder to do now.
Yeah.
It's getting people into speed puzzling, whether it be casually. They're literally, now it's delayed, but they're showing some people that are from my Minnesota competitions.
That's
on
right,
screen.
yeah, I
There's
know.
at least, I think, 6 people here that come to my contests religiously that I don't know if they came here just because they started coming to mine,
But that's probably how they got introduced to
yeah,
it, right?
Like they're getting more serious about it. And so that just like makes
It's
me
that whole,
happy.
like, helping people, like, enjoy the same thing that you think is wonderful and kind of helping their growth. And that's sort of like, we always kind of like giggle a little bit, but any sport, as people, you kind of like grow out of it a little bit. You come in, you be really competitive, you're at the top of the game, and then there's a point where you're like, for a lot of athletes, because they get injured or whatever, where it's sort of like, okay, like there's someone else coming in who can take the stage. And those people go on to be commentators, go on to, do
My
those types of
dream.
things.
So as a Minnesotan, Mighty Ducks is huge, obviously. My house is in Mighty Ducks 3, just saying. It's in one of the scenes. Yeah, very cool. It's going to be a big selling point, I think, when I sell my house. But I want to have my own little Mighty Ducks team where I train up like a bunch of little young puzzlers.
Kids.
from
That's
Minnesota.
hilarious. Yep.
So Connor, I think you're out because you live a little too far away from me.
Yeah.
But maybe I'll build a team that can beat Connor.
That's a great dream. I love it. I'm envisioning more of a Bad News Bears situation, I
I
think.
love that one. Well, yeah, I
You're
think in
too
Mighty Ducks,
young.
isn't he like have to go to jail or something like
I
that?
was
He
gonna
does
say,
community service.
right,
I
it's
don't know.
community service.
Haven't
Bad
done
News
that
Bears
yet.
is like a group of, like
Misfits.
juvenile
Oh,
delinquents.
yeah. I
Yes,
love that.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
The Breakfast Club.
Yeah, that sounds like the right fit for
Yeah.
you.
Right.
Well, I already got at least one solid Minnesotan
Yeah?
kiddo coming up.
You
well,
do?
He's like, I don't know, like a preteen.
Oh.
Noah, he's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Very incredible.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
a mentee. Do you have a mentee? Is that what's happening?
Well, maybe someday.
Yeah. Oh.
I
Well-
think he's not as serious about puzzling as Connor is, but he's incredibly fast.
Okay, really?
Faster than I was at that age, for sure.
Really?
Yeah, so we just got a little reminder, but I think we already talked about this a little bit
what?
about Nathaniel being
Yes.
available.
Yes,
Did we talk
for
about him
signing.
being here? But did
Yes.
we say he
Yep.
could sign
Yep.
puzzles?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
He talked about it when we interviewed
Oh,
him.
good. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't remember what's happening from moment to moment. I think I know what day it is.
Yes.
I think.
I wanted to, and I feel bad now. So when we were just talking about introducing people to the sport, I'm kind of sad I didn't bring this up to Claire and Peter. But part of why it was so cool that they were here this weekend and like at the speed puzzling competition is they have hundreds of thousands of followers who are probably like, what in the heck is this?
Yeah.
And now we're like, oh, there's speed puzzling is a
Right.
thing.
Some
so
of them
that's
are
so
like,
cool.
Yeah.
puzzles.
They've
I'm gonna check
introduced
that
like
out.
this giant swath of people to something they maybe would have never known about, which is awesome. And oh my gosh, you should have seen them in the interview.
Yeah.
I just felt like Peter was like interviewing us
Peter's
about
excited about
techniques.
puzzles.
So
Claire's
excited
not
about
He
it.
was so excited. He was like asking Sarah all these technique questions.
I know he was so down for it.
Yeah.
I like it though because I've seen some of Claire's, so both of their video, and I like it because Claire's got the competitiveness.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
her,
for
but
sure.
then Peter is like he's competitive too, and he's all about the puzzles. So between the two of them, they're excited to compete. But yeah, even when I was chatting with them kind of before things and such. Him and the other traveling couple we had, Chad and Claire, had just all of these questions about the community. And
it's adorable.
they seem to really have a good time. They were done after that first puzzle in
Yes.
teams, which is fair.
We talked
And
about
then
it. They
this
were
is
just
on
sort of
hard
like,
mode,
we only
so-
have like 20 minutes to go. Do we really need to start the other one? And we were like, yeah,
Right.
we get
Speaking
it.
of, do we
Yeah.
need to give a 10-minute warning?
I was going to say, do you
Yeah.
want to go do
I'm
that?
gonna
All
do
right.
that. That's perfect timing.
Yeah.
because I'm gonna find out more information about the toner.
Okay,
So-
hopefully that's fixed. I'll just let you take care of that. I'll see you
sounds
later.
good. You guys have fun
Make
over
sure you get that all done. All right, bye.
We've still got a whole 10 minutes of puzzling left. Very exciting.
I'm hearing a
We're-
lot of
Yeah.
a lot of chatter about this Where's Waldo situation. Is there a Waldo
There's a
here
Where's
in the room?
Waldo. Oh my
Okay,
gosh.
so apparently it's on the screen right now.
Oh,
oh.
I do see him. Okay, I had to look for him in this picture.
No, this is so funny that there's a Waldo.
I love that.
the image.
Earlier, okay, it's a costume that has been done, I guess, but I still think it's the most impressive. Or one of my favorite couples costumes is Carmen Sandiego and Where's Waldo. Like that's
really good.
Cute couple costume.
That is a really cute couple costume, but I do think this is hilarious that there's just a shot of Waldo standing in the back.
Other couples costume idea, you can be me and one of my dogs. You can choose which one you want to be. The Boston Terrier or the Pit Bull mix.
I am a huge Halloween person and costume person, but Mike and I don't do couples costumes very much.
Well,
He's usually just like so contrarian that I couldn't come up with an idea that he'd be okay with. Like if I come up with something, that's wrong. One year we did do it, and we're huge What We Do in the Shadows fans.
I love that show. I just
and
started
I
watching.
was Nadja and he was Guillermo, and that was like one of my
that's
favorites.
Really funny. But that's not a couple's costume because you'd have to be like.
Well, no,
Nadja
yeah,
and
he
the
wasn't.
other guy.
Yeah, he wasn't. What's his name? Yeah, but
can't remember his name for the life
I
of
know.
me
Why
right
am
now.
I not thinking of it?
Or for the death of me.
It's Jackie Daytona. Like,
yes.
No, but yeah, he wanted to be Gizmo because that was
is some
easier.
real. Oh,
Yeah.
so speaking of like niche jokes,
Mhm.
that one was one. But so we have the live stream showing in the room this year, which is a new edition.
Yeah,
which I
yeah,
love.
yeah.
But when you are buying the puzzles from the Ravensburger booth, you have to go behind the live stream, so you're seeing the back side of the screen.
Mhm.
And some of you will get this, but when I was in line, I said slightly loudly to like the person behind me, I'm like, and now you can see the eighth wonder of the world, the backside of the live stream, which you will only understand if
You're a
you're
Disney adult. Yeah.
or a Disney child, or you maybe watched Jungle Book and caught that one.
I
or
just
Jungle
was
Book,
at
Jungle
Disney.
Cruise.
I just was there.
Yeah, the backside
Jungle
of
Cruise.
water.
Yeah, backside of water. Great joke.
O2H. O2H. Yeah.
Yep. You were just at Disney too, weren't you?
I was with, you will never believe who I went to Disney with.
Were you there with William?
Yes, that was
Yeah,
earlier. That was in
okay, yeah.
July. This
Okay.
last time, I've been to Disney twice this year, but
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
a Disney adult.
Oh, I am. I have no shame, and I love it.
The Reuters.
You went to Disneyland with the
Mhm.
Reuters?
And my mom.
What?
So like, what a star-studded event.
Yeah, right. How was it? Are they thrill ride seekers? Were you all like just doing Space Mountain and like Incredicoaster?
We did do Incredicoaster.
Ooh, another team finished. Nice.
We rode a lot of rides. They actually are riders, and my mom is not. I would not recommend putting
Oh,
her
yeah.
on a roller coaster.
She's not a big rider.
No,
Mm.
which is good.
Yeah.
We did get to hang out and eat a lot of good food, though.
Oh,
so.
nice. Okay, we've got a lot of teams that were getting it in here, finishing before the 3-hour mark, which is nice. I'd love to see it. We are getting close. We're already, I can't believe it. It's gone so fast. We're at 2 hours and 54 minutes almost right now, Sarah. We're almost done. But
Oh my
we get to hang
gosh.
out again later.
Tomorrow.
I know.
And I
Tomorrow.
get maybe we get to hang out again later tonight.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
We'll see.
I've got a lot. Oh yeah, during Paris final. That's what you're getting at.
Yeah,
Sorry.
not like I don't want to hang out with you outside of this.
I was
Ew.
like, do you mean having a drink? Like, what are you talking about?
No, you got crap to do.
You're right. I have another whole live stream after this. I'm forgetting. But yeah, maybe.
I've
maybe
got
we will.
individual finals to prepare for.
Lauren and you, I think it's safe to say you have a very good shot, right?
Well,
who are you most worried about for that?
Oh my gosh, who am I not worried about? Okay, but what I'm most excited about, and just it's just a Reuter love fest right here.
Yeah. Are you
Lauren
sharing a table?
And we're really excited because we got third place, which means we get to share a table with the Reuters.
Nice.
And we've never gotten to share a table.
Oh.
But
that's cool.
We're gonna see.
So you guys are at table 3 and 4?
No.
No.
No, we're table 5, 6.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
5,
6.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, because if you got third.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I can count.
Yeah, I can't.
Women in STEM.
It's too late. Too late for me. I'm done. 5 more minutes.
5-minute warning. I think that would be a very motivating.
It is. Yeah. I appreciate the 10-minute warning, the 5-minute warnings. I think it kind of kicks you into overdrive. I know. There's a lot that are done. I mean, we got like probably 2 full rows pretty much that are done.
Mm-hmm.
And, there's like, and then little pockets, out there. I'm going to refresh the results page and see where we're at. So, the last entrances, 42 had finished the first puzzle. That's quite a few that are still going.
Wait, Justin, are we a different table than what I thought we were?
Oh, is Justin checking for you?
Oh, no.
See, like Dawn is at table 5. Oh.
I don't know.
Oh.
We're not third table, though.
No, I don't know.
We
Yeah.
came in third.
Right, you came in third. I don't know. Did you get the email, Sarah? About what table you're in, or did
they send an email?
I think
I
they
haven't checked my
probably
email in
did.
days. I have an out of office turned on.
Yeah, they probably sent you an email that said, "Here's where you're going."
Okay, I might know Amber. Amber by Dreams Art.
Oh.
Has been drawing. I want to know what you've been working on while we've been puzzling.
Yeah,
away
me
and talking.
too.
But thank you for calling me a delight. That
Yeah.
like literally anytime someone puts something nice about me in the chat, it like makes me so happy.
Sarah is looking at the chat a lot, everybody.
I love it. Guys, it's such a little boost of confidence
It
and
is
motivation.
lovely.
It's just really nice. Like when people say nice things in the chat.
Yeah.
And if you say nice things about people that are puzzling, a lot of people do go back and watch, and you can see all the live chat.
They do.
So it's really just sweet to see all the nice comments. Give Val a lot of nice comments. Let's compliment Val for the last 3 minutes.
I do appreciate that because, it keeps it going.
Yeah.
We are all operating on very little sleep as board members, so
there's
it definitely keeps me going.
Some teams are just
oh,
so
gosh,
close.
you're so close. Come on,
So
you can do
close.
this. That looks like maybe, 25 pieces left?
Yeah,
Like,
not
please,
too many.
Please do it.
I think they're going to.
Oh,
Is
wow.
that-
Look at the puzzle shirts there. Those are some
I know they were
bright
not on
puzzle
them yet,
shirts.
but hopefully they're the next.
Oh,
no.
yeah. Oh, no, maybe I missed them.
They're missing it out, but there are
Yeah.
some great outfits out here on the live stream. I thought I was going to be better about taking videos this year because I wasn't competing in individuals, and I wanted to do a who wore what kind of thing.
Oh, I know, because it's so cute, all the fashions.
But, I got one person's T-shirt in a video.
I'm the worst at that, in that every time. I mean, I haven't taken a single picture here from the live stream booth. Here, I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now of you and I. Because I never remember to do it. I just, get so distracted. There we go. We got a cute selfie. I just never think of it. Yeah, I'm so busy and distracted. But, Yvonne's been taking photos all day.
Yeah.
We hired a professional photographer this year. Well, because Yvonne's in the finals.
That. Yeah.
So we never have photos of the finals. So we were like, we got to get somebody to come and just shoot the finals. So we're going to have a professional photographer here tonight and tomorrow getting beautiful photos that we're going to share with all the participants for free.
I got to do a touch-up between
Yeah.
rounds. Well, I also have to eat food.
Oh, I know. We have to eat and but we are done at 7:30 tonight. So you could do a late dinner.
Yeah, but I got to eat before. I got to eat before this competition,
yeah.
or else I'll die. Oh, it's only 500.
I was gonna say we are gonna be. I think we are gonna actually start at 5:45 or something maybe. But not the competition, but like I think we're doing some stuff on stage like just before, maybe 5:50. I don't know. Anyway.
Stop. That's the sweetest.
Oh my gosh. I got to do thank yous. We're at 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Yes. I got to thank Ravensburger, obviously Ravensburger, Awesome Con, all of our volunteers, the live stream crew with On Services, and you. I have to thank you, Sarah.
Oh, well, thank you for having me. I was like, they put me on the 3-hour one because I might be a little entertaining.
Yes, well, that's part of it. I knew. I'm like, well, who can talk for 3 hours straight? Oh, I know, Sarah.
Yeah.
So yes, thank you for joining me, keeping everybody entertained as we watch.
20 seconds.
I know, 20 seconds. I'm going to keep your puzzles just a little longer for comparison, but I'll give them to you later. Yeah. We might want to reference them at some point. But yeah, thanks so much, everybody who's joined us on the chat and watching today.
5, 4,
so glad you could
3,
be here, and it's
2,
been great. Thank you.
1, hands
Amazing.
up. Great job, puzzlers. You made it all 3 hours puzzling as fast as you can. You all give yourselves a pat on the back.